The Strathalbyn side has got a couple of players in it, or one player especially that's played for the Crows, that's the SANFL Crows out there at the moment, and that is Riley Clamp, and he's a local Strathalbyn boy, but he certainly can change the difference in a game of football.
Well, they certainly do, don't they? So they get up to it. Just talking all about that, there's a couple of games we'll keep a good check on here for those that are interested in around here is Mount Compass are playing Victor Harbor. They're currently fourth by 2 games clear outside the pack, one game on Encounter Bay. So toss goes underway here. We wait for it here to see there. And Strathalbyn have won the toss and are going to kick to the left of screen, which is down towards the Victor Harbor Township end. And of course Encounter Bay will be kicking to right of screen, or for our radio viewers they'll be kicking towards the hills or the netball court ends here. So, yes, it's going to be very interesting to see here. And that's getting on to there. McLaren play Langhorns Creek are trying to make a rush at the finals, so that will be a very interesting one to see how it gets onto there. Pongaselix Willunga, well, they got second and third wrapped up anyway, so it's only just between them. And of course here in Encounter Bay, Strath's the one that's trying to fight for a position here with Langhorns Creek to pick up, possibly a 5th spot in the top 5. So
while Strath look close, Trev, they're a long way behind in percent. So basically Encounter Bay are
2 games
ahead of Strath, and so if Encounter Bay lose today, they still got half a chance.
Oh yeah. But if Encounter Bay lose against Strath today, which is crucial for both these teams out here, it'll either give the Bays a 2-game winning break, or they'll finish up in the pack with Strath in the same amount of games.
And Victor and
Victor have got 2 games ahead of
others,
Strath, so they'll only pick up 1. Creeks are sitting behind it with a low percentage too, so so it's the end results will be interesting, but so for our YouTube viewers, probably know by now Encounter Bay are blue with gold, predominantly all blue, and of course Strathalbyn, one of the teams down here with red and white, red tops, white shorts and red socks with a white V. So they'll be going on to there, and they are in their huddles now, so they will be getting underway within probably 4 minutes, a couple of minutes now. And
2 or 3 minutes.
Yep, and they'll probably be a good, probably 4 minutes earlier start than what we normally do at 2:30.
Yep, they're about to get in their position, so we won't be too far away from an early start. So we could finish early today.
Well, we could do. Like I said, it's rain predicted. Whether we'll get something, I don't know. We don't normally get rain with such a strong wind until it calms a bit, but it'll be very interesting. But it's very high, the grey clouds up here, so I don't know if we might be lucky enough not to get that, but the wind is going to make it difficult to control the ball in the air and on the ground, so especially dropping it across your boot and blowing across your body each time on this oval, so you'll have to allow for that on the ball drop.
And we got a couple of grand final umpires from a few years ago out there today. We got David Popperwell and Mark Jensen, so we shouldn't have any problems with the umpires today.
No, 2 very, very experienced umpires, so it'll be good onto it. Positions here now, the players are starting to take their positions all up, and we'll get underway here. It's a beautiful shot there on YouTube if you look now at the moment with the club rooms over there. Big complex, and you can see they're starting to do work on the right hand side as we start to get underway here now. So we turn around, umpire holds it aloft, and we get underway, and up she goes at the Bay Oval. Down they go. Tonkin gets for the Bays. Bays come out quickly. In Tyson Edwards comes out there, juggles there by Davis. Davis for the Bays, puts the ball up in the full forward, goes out wide, over the back comes Jake Tarker. Tarker goes over, sees his player running back, and that one goes into there as Nicholas Marshall. Nick Marshall plays around quickly, goes all off, slams it through. We wait for the umpire to come back to the centre. It's a good sign. He's looking at it though. The central umpire's talking to him, and he says it's touched, so it is a minor score only to Encounter Bay. And they go on the FPH scoreboard to 1 point, Strath yet to score.
There's a lot of confusion there to start with of what it's going to be, but looks like they got that sorted out pretty well. And Strath kicked the ball back in, kicks it over there to his teammate, and that is number 18, I think, goes by it, Aaron Noski. And Noski kicks it, and a lot of the game's going to be over the clubroom side of the game at the moment. And Strathalbyn take another mark down there right in front of the new clubrooms out there, and it's headed a long way down there towards the Strathalbyn goal, but Strathalbyn repel it back again, and they've got it back. Will they keep it back there? No, they won't at the moment. And the ball's on the ground almost right in the centre circle, and the umpire will come in and pay a free kick. He's paid the free kick out there to Encounter Bay.
He was unlucky there, didn't he? He ran in the umpire and you can't barge Jensen. And the Strath players are trying to stay holding the ball. He said, I caused it, I've got to be fair.
Yeah, I reckon he does too. Anyway, from the throw up, Strathalbyn gets the knockdown. Davis had hold of the ball briefly, and the umpire will get hold of it again and throw it up.
That's Brown 19, so...
Umpire throws it up again, pushes it down, and Strathalbyn have got the ball. Players on the ground, and the umpire will toss it up again, Trev.
Certainly is. He's on the forward flank for Strathalbyn. Up they go. Clark gets into front of Tonkin for the Bays there, and Strath trying to get this out. Turn around, held onto, kicked out quickly there by Jacob Wright for Strath. Goes forward, up in their forward lines now. Comes all out. Body work on the Bays. He handballs back, comes back over quickly to his player there in Connor Hill. He kicks it now down to the wing. Out they come, up and down. Allen can't get to it. Runs into his own player, puts him down, which is bad luck, and he's still down. And turns around. Strath players throw themselves on the ball, and Popperwell comes in now for a ball up in front of the coaches' boxes.
Yeah, it was bad luck hitting his own player.
Yep, goes up and down. It comes down round. Strathalbyn tried to break through in Jacob Wright. He can't get to, and this will be a sign of the dimes here, and another ball up. On that forward flank position, up they go. Comes out wide. Strathalbyn handballs out, misses it, goes back. They go back again. Comes around to Clark, Wright again. Wright goes right up, turns round, off hands, comes and goes over the boundary line in the forward flank, inside around the 50-metre arc there, on the clubroom side for a ball in. Umpire's doing his shoelaces up too, so. In he comes. Boundary umpire throws it up. Tonkin gets it up, one hand, comes out. Strath throws it out, goes out, smothered off the boot, comes back again, kicks up again, goes out quickly out there, and Marquis Elliott goes off the boots and comes off the boundary umpire to repeat the throw in. Still just outside that 50-metre arc. Strath's into attack. Up they go. Tonkin goes up, gets it down. Doesn't read it, comes out there to Lippert. Lippert gets the ball after handball, goes up forward, turns around, Davis can't get to it. Strath picked the ball up, breaks out of it, comes out beautifully, and Zach Edwards, he goes out, misses his player, so it's untouched and will be kicked in play there by Andrew Fife for Encounter Bay on the forward flank.
I don't think it went out anywhere near where that Strathalbyn player's on the mark.
Over to you, mate.
And Encounter Bay have got hold of it there. Player puts the ball on the boot, still right over that side there by the club rooms over there, and that was Tyson Neal that had it. 200 games today, A-grade games for Tyson Neal today.
One high to Tarka.
And Tarka.
He's got it in the face too, he's down. He's rolling around, but he might have a bit of blood.
He might have. It's Jake Tarka. Been playing over at Geelong. He was drafted to Geelong for 2 years, played local football, didn't play a AFL game for Geelong, came back South Adelaide, and from South Adelaide back where he started his football off at Encounter Bay. I don't reckon he got too much blood on his face. Anyway, he's got the ball now. He's a long way out there from scoring. It'll take at least a couple of kicks to get it in from way out there. The ball comes in and ball's on the ground though. Strathalbyn try and pick it up. There's plenty of blue jumpers over there. Looks like they can get away with it, but the ball will be held in, and here's a chance now for Crispin, I think.
No, Fraser, Tonkin.
Tonkin, was it? The other Tonkin that had it. Looked like Crispin running around there with it, and the ball now has gone through for a throw-in. It's right alongside the point post. Well, it would be. I think it was a little bit close to the point post than that, but anyway, that doesn't matter. The ball now is thrown in. It wasn't a good throw-in, but picked up by Strathalbyn got it across down there to Haynes, and the ball is gone out of bounds once again. Haynes for Strathalbyn. Umpire again throws it in. This a better throw in, up a bit of height in it. Quick kick out of the pack out there. Here's a chance for the Counter Bay player to pick the ball up. He's on it. That might be Crispin now. That's in it. And he's on the ground. He gets up and he gives the ball back to the umpire, to umpire Jensen, who will come in and toss it up. Up it goes. In goes the ruckman. They knock it down again. Coming out. Here's a chance for Strath. They get a little kick out down there, but only goes as far out there as in Counter Bay. Across the ground it goes, and all that is a good mark by Tarka. And he's recovered from that whack around the nose I think he got. His face looks a little bit red out there, Trev.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's got a chance here to put a goal through the scoreboard. We've been playing now for nearly 8 minutes. And there's only been 1 point scored, and that's been by Encounter Bay. So in will come now, Tarka. He'll have a shot for gold. Comes in now, puts the ball on the boat. And
pushing across the wing, push that one.
The other side of the goalpost, and that is the second point. He doubles the score for Encounter Bay. As Counter Bay are 2 points now, and Strathalbyn yet to score, in fact yet to get it much past centre.
Here he comes, Strathalbyn with the ball now, runs off, comes into play, comes out here the scoreboard side, puts it all up they go, can't take the mark. Strath try to cover it up, Bayes getting in under there, turns around, cups around in onto it. Strathalbyn pushes the ball out and comes out right in front of our commentary here on the forward flank for Encounter Bay. Scoreboard side, boundary umpire sets himself up, it goes, turns around, goes up, Tonkin gets it, comes out to Lippert, turn around, comes up, there's a throw against Encounter Bay, and the recipients are Strathalbyn. Comes over here to Mitchell Godfrey. Godfrey goes off, goes over the top, finds his player there, and that one there is Sam George. Sam George drives Strathalbyn up onto their forward flank. Top side goes over the back, comes out there, goes over the boundary line. Looks like it's possibly untouched. Encounter Bay reckons it wasn't touched, so he gets it. The umpire's undecided and says, central umpire says, no, throw it in, and the Bay player says he's not happy. He threw it back Lachlan Williams and said, I was closer. So anyway, boundary umpire with it. 50-metre arc, Strath's forward zone. Up they goes. Over the back, Tonkin can't get it out. Comes over there. Couldn't get out by Ryan Clark. Comes back on the ground. Pushes over the top. Tyson Neal gets it out for the Bays. He pushes it out. Comes back to Tyson Neal again. Goes over again. Picks up his player. Comes out there. And he finds his player down the ground there in Ben Davis. This shows how the Bays cramp it up. That's the forward flankers there.
It's going nowhere.
They jam it up. They goes over, comes in, and they find ourselves in Marcus Lippert. Lippert with the ball, drives it down slow, and he gets down there and he finds his player quickly in there, and that's Corey Gamble. Gamble goes out wide again. He finds himself out there, and Callum...
it's a shocker.
In Hamish Tonkin. Goes over, Strathalbyn picked it up. In comes Crispin, but it goes down. Strath recover it. Elliott gets it. Comes out for Strathalbyn, goes over the top. Sitting into there is a Strath player running back, and he'll take that right easy. Could be Zach Edwards. We'll wait for him to turn around. I bet you he turns the opposite way for us.
Of course he will.
Being a nice gentleman that he is. Look at that, he's 16. So it's not so. Riley Clamp, we talked about him earlier. So Riley Clamp comes back, and this could put Strathalbyn in front. First real shot at goal, no score yet. As he comes in, should not make a mistake. The wind's the only one that goes up, drives that. Goal umpire walks straight in from where he was and indicates goal.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag. With 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field.
Ball's back in with Mark Jensen, and he will toss the ball up. In he comes now to the centre circle. Throws the ball up pretty high. The wind just keeps it in the one spot out there. Picked up now by Encounter Bay. Hand pass goes across out there to Fraser Tonkin. Fraser Tonkin kicks it down, further down the ground, and there's a chance now for Strathalbyn to get the ball away, and that was over there earlier to Encounter Bay's player there, Nick Marshall. He ran past it, couldn't grab it though, and the ball now will be thrown up. Thrown back to the umpire there by James Brown for Encounter Bay. Anyway, the ball comes in now. Picked up out there by Encounter Bay. It's gone across there to Tyson Neal, and Tyson Neal gets it in over there to Ben Davis. And Ben Davis, now you're going to have a bit of trouble trying to kick the ball through from there, I think.
Yeah, the wind will be almost virtually right behind him now. Like I said, but it'll be pushing more to his left though, wouldn't it? Coming straight across.
Yeah. So he's not that far out, but he's on a fair sort of ankle. He's outside the boundary line at the moment, comes across the boundary line, has a shot for goal, and he is lucky to score 1 point out of it. In fact, he doesn't score 1 point out of it. It's out of bounds on the fall, went the other side of the post.
Yeah, it's changed from last week, didn't he? When he kicked 5, 6 or something last week, so
kicked a lot. And Strath now will bring the ball back in.
Butler, I reckon. Butler with the ball for Strathalbyn, right by the point post, comes in, comes up the scoreboard side, comes back in the centre, up they go, pushed out by Bulldog, could have been in the back but he didn't. Strath recover well, comes all out, now he goes, gets it on his boot, goes up to the wing, off they go, turned around, into there, goes off, and I reckon, yep, Bay player's got a finger out of joint, and off he goes, and it's number 9 there in Corey Gamble. Strathalbyn now, go forward, and there comes another one. Misses it out through there. Crispin runs back, turns round, back in, handballs back in, finds his player out there in McInerney. McInerney goes back, finds his player out there, and that one there is Lachlan Williams. Williams for the Bays, drives out now, comes all up. Tonkin goes around, and that's poor judgment there, and Thomas Wilk for Strathalbyn takes it. He plays around. Umpire goes, he drives this one up, goes up in the forward pocket, over the top they goes, comes out the back, turns round, picked up by Riley Clamp. Clamp, guess what? Another one there, 16. Umpire says
It's the same location with Mary and her Victor Harbour team, but the name has changed. Beachside Bedding, next to Hebra Pharmacy, is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, Sleep Haven and Adriatic Slumber. Beachside Bedding also features a beautiful range of locally made Fleurieu furniture. Same location, new name, now even more competitive than ever on price. Beachside Bedding with free delivery and old mattress removal. Open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Hebra.
To Strath.
Yeah, well, I reckon it's only 2 points to the Bays because they missed that one, last one of Davis.
Yeah, that's
I reckon it was only Marshall and Tarker that's kicked the points.
Yeah. Oh, well, they're keeping their form up.
Yep. Yeah, perhaps it might be that little bit easier to the left of the screen, which is down the Victor Harbour end, but like the breeze is straight across, so it shouldn't make too much difference. Come straight down the middle you need.
Umpire comes in now, throws the ball up. In go the ruckman. About square out of that, and Strathalbyn now will get the ball down the ground. Or player there was knocked down to the ground too high, says the umpire.
Probably unlucky.
And the free kick goes to Strathalbyn. They kick it further down the ground, and it's gone across there, I reckon, to
Williams.
Austin. Player there has marked it for Encounter Bay. And number 14, Fraser Tonkin. And Tonkin kicks it back into the centre of the ground. Getting the bad bounce over there, bounces straight backwards over the top of the Counter Bay player running forward. And here's a chance for Strathalbyn out there through Redden, Xavier Redden. He kicks it further down the ground. And there's plenty of blue jumpers out there. Can they get it away? They have at the moment. And the Counter Bay have got the ball and they lead out. Goes over there to Encounter Bay again. They can kick it across the ground if they want to. They do. It goes over
brother
there.
to brother.
It goes over there to Callum Tonkin, and he kicks it further down the ground over towards Marshall. Marshall couldn't grab hold of it, but Strathalbyn will grab hold of this one. They'll get a hand pass away. They do. The hand pass was intercepted out there though, and here's a chance for Ben Davis. He gets it across out there to Tonkin. Across it goes now, and here's a chance for the other Tonkin to get it back in. And would he get it back in? No, there's plenty of red jumpers out there though, but goes across, and he only just got it with the inside of his boot, and that was Strath. Now Strath can kick it into the centre of the ground. They've got a player out there by himself, and the player takes the mark, and that is
Nathan Clark.
So Clark's told to play on quickly by the umpire out there. Took a while to do it. Oh, there's a finger tipper out there. And that's Strathalbyn's player there in Jacob Wright. Jacob Wright's got hold of it and down the ground it goes. This could be another chance for Strathalbyn to get it out. They've got plenty of players there, but Counter Bay go in, pick it up, push it out. It's kicked out now, and back it comes towards Callum Tonkin, and Tonkin now goes to Strathalbyn. I think he might have thrown that on the ground. Yeah. And on the ground it goes, and surely he won't go for holding the ball here, the Counter Bay player. And took a while there to get rid of it, and that was Sweetman. From the throw up though, Counter Bay have got it again, and the ball will go from Fraser Tonkin back to the umpire. Umpire tosses it up. Up it goes. Ball's down on the ground. Strath first to the ball. Pick the ball up. Over it goes again. And here's a chance now. They dive in on top of the ball out there. And that might be Lippert that's got hold of the ball. He's on the ground. Gives it back to the umpire. And they're right down the Strathalbyn end again with the ball. If they can get it back down there. Here's a chance now. That might be Sweetman that just had hold of that. He kicks it into the centre half forward area, and he's gone for holding the ball here. Too slow. And the player there with it was Matthew Allen. Go on, Chip.
Goes around, goes off. His kick by Strath is poor and finds Fraser Tonkin right on the chest. He's on the back flank. Turns round, looks up, comes out. That's going to be close going off. Comes over and Ben Davis grabs it inside. So his true wing position, scoreboard side, doesn't get off the mark very much and goes up forward. Up they go. Tonkin goes up. Over the back, comes out beautifully for Tyson Neal. Tyson Neal goes off. Too far though. Goes around. Turns around, picked all up. Off the socket, off the ground. That was trick. That was legging. Oh! Umpire did not see it and he was in the perfect position. Had to see it. He was clear and he's gone, and next minute he's flattening his nose in the turf.
Only thing he could have
grabbed him by. Yeah. Anyway, right in front of the goals. Up she goes. Turns around, goes out wide through there. Turns around. Strathalbyn get the ball. They'll turn around, makes no attempt, and the umpire comes back in for a ball up. Right in the teeth of goals here it is. Bay player gets up. Nicholas Marsh was a bit sore. Pushes the ball up. Allen goes up, pushes over, pushes back, comes out to Strath. They get the breakout, comes out to here, goes over, turns around. Too many of it going up for the Bays into it, goes up. Strath throw it out the back. They turn around, they can't get out, and they got on it. They're going to relieve this one out. Bays, look at the swamp of the players that are in front of in their forward lines, and you don't need it. Up it comes now, goes out to you, comes over. Tonkin goes up, can't get to it, has to come off hands. Umpire says play on. Goes in on there, scoops it back in, could go for holding it, but it's not. Turns around, gets up, gets the ball. He'll step over, and he does. And he turns round, and it'll be a ball in true wing position in front of the scoreboard. Up he comes, sets himself up. Turns around, goes off. Ball goes up, out the back. Tonkin can't get to it. Recovers well. Comes on over. Strathalbyn now trying to get it out. They're winning the centre packs here. Out it goes. Goes out there to McFarlane. McFarlane goes off. Finds his player out there in Thomas Wilk. Well, handballs off quickly, goes around to his player, goes off, he kicks in there, comes all out there. Clamp can't get to it, the Bays come in, 3 on to 2 here. He turns around, he gets wrapped up, handballs, series of it comes over to Tonkin, turns around, goes off and he finds Lippert. The Bays now got the ball, he goes off, goes out to the clubroom side, finds his player in McInerney. McInerney with the ball.
He had 3 goals by this time last week.
Yep, he's on the ball now today. He's not in forward though. Comes back in. Oh, you got to pay that as late.
Yeah.
And it'll come around. That one there will be through to Hamish Tonkin. Counter Bay. He gets the ball back. He's just forward on the wing. Right around the interchange there. He drives off, goes off there, goes up to the flank up there, goes off over the back. Nobody for the Bays down the bottom. Crispin tackles the Strath player, goes forward and turns around and goes on to there to Mark Elliott. Strathalbyn with the ball, comes inside, finds his player quickly there in Mark Tucker. Tucker goes off quickly, gets his ball off going up into there. The Bays knock it back forwards, goes over, he goes after again. Comes in, Strath player's just lying on top of it. You got to ping him. There they go. These umpires do not get that right. He just laid on the ball and threw his arms out. Up it goes. Big thump there by Welk. Welk goes over, kicks off of there, goes over there, comes back in through. Do you see who it was, Kevy? Because
The Royal Family Hotel in the main street of Port Elliot prides itself on having a family atmosphere. The dining room is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, offering great food specials and friendly service.
Enjoy.
Why not wind down with friends and enjoy a drink in our superb beer garden, one of the best beer gardens on the south coast. There's traditional pub-style accommodation available and a drive-through sip and save outlet. The Royal Family Hotel, 32 North Terrace, Port Elliot.
to the final 3 games. They've got 2 top sides.
So they need a win. There's only 4 matches to go now, isn't there? I think 4 to go.
No, 3 after this one.
3 after this one.
Afterwards, yeah, 4 including this one.
Yeah. Ball back in the centre. Umpire comes in to toss it up, and umpire Jensen's the only one out there at the moment. I think
Popplewell's up here. Yeah.
The umpire throws it up. Here's a chance now for Encounter Bay to get it back in. It's gone over here towards
good grab,
Davis.
Davis.
He tries to bounce it. Not easy to bounce it out there on that grass at the moment. And the ball now is going to get pushed away. And here goes the big ruckman in Allen. Allen gets it away out here to Davis, Ben Davis. Ben Davis's kick is not good. It goes straight along the ground, and the mark Strathalbyn now have got charge of the ball. It's gone over there to Elliott, Mark Elliott, and the ball now is still inside Encounter Bay's 50, but it's soon gone out of it. And Strathalbyn has got it again through Clamp. Getting plenty of kicks out there at the moment, and he's kicking that ball a mile down there. That's gone about 80 metres down there. Will it go out? No, it stayed in. So Strathalbyn have got the ball now in their forward line down there. And can they get it out? No, they can't get it out. The umpire comes along, and that was a gigantic kick, Trev.
Yeah. Perhaps this wind is swinging it just a little bit, but
got the wind right behind it.
Yeah, it might be favouring that end just a bit now. We haven't been out since it was going straight across.
So anyway, the ball now comes out to Encounter Bay. Encounter Bay gets a quick hand pass back, and it's Strath get it back in now into their forward line again. The back of the pack was Encounter Bay waiting for the ball. It's gone down to the Bays area down there, and Gould's got it, and he's bounced it a couple of times now along the wing, keeps it in, and he didn't kick the ball low enough for the teammate to mark it, but going after the ball now is Xavier Redden. Redden gets it across there to Adam Clark. Clark kicks it into the forward line, and I think the boundary line might be the winner here at the moment. It's not just yet, but the ball just stays inside the boundary line, and the umpire will come in and throw it up. Throws it up, just gets hold of it, throws it up, doesn't see if anyone's ready, probably didn't have to, and the ball's gone across the line and out of bounds. So there can't be too long to go in this quarter, Trev, at the moment, about 26 minutes gone.
Yeah, 3 goals kicked, so ball now by the boundary umpire inside the 50 on the Strathalbyn scoring end. Up I go. Tonkin goes up, slams it back down, comes back out. Handball comes over. Missed there by the Bays and Gould. He turns around, goes over, comes out there. Handball comes out, picks all up, goes off, finally gets it out. Then he drops the ball, goes on, no advantage, goes out to it, comes over, and they turn around and picked it all up. Mark there to Strathalbyn in Machen. Machen goes out, finds his player in Butler. Butler goes up wide, out there, and he finds his player out there, and that goes to McFarlane. Austin McFarlane with the ball for Strath. Drives this ball up. Wind's starting to drop down on it. Clamp comes out. Can't get to it. Off they come. Bulldog. Soccers off the ground for Encounter Bay. Goes over there. Handballs to Fraser Tonkin. Tonkin goes out. Finds Gould. Gould comes out the Bays. Finds out Tarker. Took it easy. Bounced out, but he took it. So down the Bays. On the back flank though. Turns around. Goes off. Inside. Finds the player. Siren sounds here. So the quarter time break here sees Encounter Bay. We make it 0-2 to Strathalbyn, 3 straight goals. We'll have to wait for a confirmation on that on the FPAG scoreboard, and we'll turn around. So whilst we'll get that, the only goal kicker so far, Riley Clamp 2 and Aaron Nosky, all for Strathalbyn with 1. As we turn round, this is 90.1 Happy FM, is Great Southern Footy on air and YouTube.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 170A Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
Get the power.
Mount Compass Quarry and Landscape Supplies have over 40 years experience in mining and blending soils and organics. We're specialists in turf soils, landscaping and organic blends. Customised washed sands for horse arenas, sports grounds and building sands. We also have a large range of decorative stones, gravels, mulches and pine barks. From car trailers to all truckloads. Wholesale quarry direct. Mount Compass Quarry and Landscape Supplies, 86 Sandmine Road, Mount Compass. Open Monday to Friday 7am to 4pm and Saturday 7am to 11am. Phone 8556 8421.
It's the same location with Mary and her Victor Harbour team, but the name has changed. Beachside Bedding, next to Hebra Pharmacy, is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, Sleep Haven and Adriatic Slumber. Beachside Bedding also features a beautiful range of locally made Florio furniture. Same location, new name, now even more competitive than ever on price. Beachside Bedding with free delivery and old mattress removal. Open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Hebra.
Thank you very much, that Ian. Yeah, welcome back. The players are starting to break up here, and Strathalbyn have got away under here. We're waiting for 2 more results to come in, but around the ground results for round 15 of the GSFL is brought to us by station sponsor Shed Boss Fluorio. The ones we have: Mount Compass 1 goal 2, Victor Harbour 2 goals 3, Willunga 2 goals 1, Myponga Selix 2 points. And of course the one here is Strathalbyn 3 goals, Encounter Bay 2 points. So we got under there. Victor seemed to be getting underway up at Mount Compass all right. As I said, the wind up there will be certainly blowing down to the school end, I'd say. And of course Willunga up at Myponga Selix have got away to a good start there. So it'll be winded, but yeah, that's really only going to be second and third. So it's just sort of who can have bragging rights at the end part here. And yeah, so this is the game.
Second and third don't really matter, Trev.
Not really, no.
They
it's
play
the same.
each other anyway, whichever
and they've
way
got
they
enough games up there now to not to be any danger,
to
I
stay
think.
there,
Yeah, so they'll be right. Like I said, it's just really going to be fourth to a certain degree in here, and we're almost ready to get underway here as the umpire stands up here and goes onto it, and we are underway here on the Bay Oval. Up they go. Tonkin gets the ball out, turns round. Strathalbyn read it better once again. He gets wrapped up though, and it turns around, and it'll be another ball up there as we've got Mark Tucker gives it back to him. Up they go. Tonkin gets it out. Handball's out through there in Pettit. Pettit goes out. Drops the ball down there and tackled and got away with it. Socket forward by the Bays. Turn around. Gets up there. Matthew Elliott gets it. Allen gets it. Can't get into it. Comes back out. The Bays. Turn around. Gets all up onto there. He turns around. Gets the ball onto it. Gets his boot away. But the umpire's balled it up. He turns around the forward flank here for Encounter Bay. Up they go. Allen gets it, pushes it over the back, comes over the back. Strath tried to get it up. He gets wrapped up, can't get out of it. Lippert gets in there and he can't get it from him, and the umpire repeats it once again. The forward flank there for the Bays. Up they go. Allen tries to smash it. Don't have a knock ruckman any way nowadays. Oh, should be a free kick to Pettit. Let's go onto it. The umpire goes off to it. Comes out there. Good tackle comes in out there. Goes over to Davis. Davis breaks a tackle. Goes off. Kicks it off the inside the boot. Goes up. Thumped away from the Bays. Handball by Strathalbyn. Goes off. He goes out wide. Comes back down. Turns around. Picked it up. Handball's over to Tonkin. Tonkin goes back here to Williams, I reckon it was. Into there.
Williams just kicked it, yeah.
Yeah, goes off. Turn around, tackle comes out, goes out wide. Going down into it, into the back there is Bays. He's not getting a free kick either way. Crispin gets in it. There's a tap forward, goes over there. Crispin still going on, gets it all back. Goes over there quickly to the Bays there in Corey Gamble. Gamble kicks, goes forward, and it's read there by Strathalbyn in Aaron Noski. Noski comes around. Umpire's too interested in the player on the mark, so he turns around, kicks it all up right in front of the club rooms, goes up, off hands it comes back down, grabs hold of it, gets his boot to it, goes back towards the boundary wise. Strath slash it forward, goes out, the Bays pick it up, out they come, goes to Fife for the Bays, puts it all up and finds Tonkin. Tonkin goes forward now. Turns round. Oh, there's a nice little bit of a shove out there, and guess what? Umpire didn't see that at all. Strathalbyn relieve it. They go out. They turn round and it's on the back flank. So, Strathalbyn now certainly starting to control this game a bit better.
Yep.
They drive off, puts this ball right up onto the wing, goes off, over the back. Was it touched? Goes over there, over the boundary line. It'll be interesting. The umpire says it may have been touched. It'll be a ball and true wing on the club room side. Up she goes there now. He sets himself the boundary umpire. Turns round, goes up well. Turns round, goes out. Strathalbyn, get it out through there in Ryan Clark. Goes up and down. The umpire calls play on, not far enough. Lippert gets it. He gets wrapped up. And the umpire has to come in for a ball up. Up she goes quickly. Turns around, goes up. Tonkin can't get it all out. In comes Tyson Edwards. He puts it in for the Bays, and it's a good low grab there by Strathalbyn in number 6 in McFarlane. He comes out wide. Goes out wide again. Finds his player out there on the other opposite back flank. I reckon that could be Welk. Welk goes forward. Turns round. Double grab for the Bays. Could have got paid. He got a smack around the ears when he's got the spoil coming. Fraser Tonkin gets it. Handball's back inside. The Bays missed the target by a mile there. Lippert gets in. Turns around. Goes over. Turns around. He gets grabbed. Goes up. Gets up and he recovers the ball with the left foot going out. Turns around. Out comes Jake Tarker. So Jake Tarker with the ball for the Bays. Just kick 1 point. And it'll be interesting to see this one.
See if the wind's blowing right.
Yeah.
might be able to get close to it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who goes. He's going to be kicking pretty well from 50, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a pretty good kick though.
Yeah,
Carter,
yeah. He just comes in. He's going to go in a bit. Drives this
Oh,
ball
look at
up.
that.
He's got a good kick. He's got it. The bail umpire comes straight up the middle. Looks to central. Goal.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 170A Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
That's the big game. This is one of these teams has got to win their first game or
Oh
one game
no,
for the year.
no! Yank beat
Yank
Galway
have
first
already
round.
got one. Yeah. Anyway, from the throw up, ball comes down out there on the ground at the moment. Looks like they're having a bit of a dance about it there, and no one's getting the advantage of it as the umpire comes and throws it up again. Knocked down. Oh, player then had it knocked beautifully to his chest down there by Strath. And the ball now, there's plenty of Strathalbyn players there. They all run past it. And the hand pass goes away. Here's a chance now for Encounter Bay to
Crispin.
get that ball down there through Crispin. And that's a good mark taken by the Strathalbyn player there.
Redden. Oh, it must have been a free kick for some reason. Come back to Allen.
So Allen's got hold of it now. That's not a bad kick down there, although he's kicking with the breeze. And Tarka now. See if he can get through. He'd be lucky to be kicking as well from this side of the ground as what he was from the other one. But anyway, we'll see how Tarka goes. Last time he got plenty of air into it, and the ball went straight through the goal.
He's got to work back from here though, doesn't it?
Yeah. In he comes now. There's a long shot in there. The wind has.
Guess what?
I reckon he's done the same thing. He's
All
put that
clear.
one through for another.
The Royal Family Hotel in the main street of Port Elliot prides itself on having a family atmosphere. The dining room is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, offering great food specials and friendly service.
Enjoy.
Why not wind down with friends and enjoy a drink in our superb beer garden, one of the best beer gardens on the south coast. There's traditional pub-style accommodation available and a drive-through sip and save outlet. The Royal Family Hotel, 32 North Terrace, Port Elliot.
2 Goulburn Port Elliot 2-5 and McLaren 4-5 Langhorns Creek no goals 2, so that looks like so for our viewers 3-4 Yankalilla Goulburn Port Elliot 2-5. Back in the centre it goes. Strath get the ball, almost a smother there by Fraser Tonkin. Goes up out there, out the back. 2 players spoil each other for the Bays. Might get away with this, they have. Gamble gets it. Turns around, goes back to Williams. Williams over here to Tonkin. Tonkin goes off to Vermeulen. He's gone anyway. So it went over there to Encounter Bay in Vermeulen, and he got caught for holding the ball. So on this forward flank for Strathalbyn, they go now. They go into attack. See, the ball's just holding up, so perhaps it is driving. That's a good read there by Riley Clamp. This is what the Bays do
Just
not
as
want.
well I got him, isn't it?
Yep. They don't want him to be left alone like that. As I said, the better players they play up, they read the play so much better and going down to it. And you've got to have a player on him that's going to, really read him and stick right on him. Trouble is the Bays, their better players want to run off the back flank and never get back in time to help. So Riley Clark comes in for his third. He drives off. He drives it. Goal umpire looks, goes a bit close, and he says, "Nope." So there it is. There's that miss. And that's at the end where the Bays couldn't score much, and the Bays get it. So Strathalbyn go to 3-goal win, Encounter Bay 2-2 on the FPX scoreboard.
He kicks it in there. It goes across there to Gamble, and Gamble's got hold of it.
No, it goes on there to Bulldog.
Sorry, and that's been marked down there by
right.
Encounter Bay through
He's
Gamble
kicked
this
that
time.
over. He just hit the only player, Strath player there, and he's hit it.
Strathalbyn now have got it down around about the centre of the ground. Oh, he takes it one hand this time. That's probably Clamp again. And Clamp has a long kick in here. And that has gone straight through, and that is goal number 4.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field.
There's no one within Cooee. Up she goes in the centre, goes up, Tonkin gets it, comes out there to Pettit. Pettit gets wrapped up by Butler, and it'll be a repeat by the central umpire. Popplewell has got it, up they go, Tonkin gets it out again, Lippert gets it, goes out to Crispin, Crispin off to Pettit, Pettit goes off for the Bays, goes off forward, off they go, Tyson Neal can't get it, Spoilt comes out through there, and I reckon that could be for the creek, goes up to it, yeah, Crispin dropped it though, handball goes back, goes straight over there, and Mitchell Godfrey, Bodgry goes out, Spoil comes in, goes over the boundary line, oh, he's paid the mark.
I think they paid that, yeah.
Yep, so Strathalbyn with the ball. He turns around, hangs around the boundary, and he finds his player there in Mitchell Godfrey. Clubroom side on the wing, drives up now onto the forward lines, goes out, and that will go out on the full. It'll be a free kick here to Encounter Bay for on the full or untouched in Connor Hills.
Well, that wind is definitely blowing that way, isn't it? Because the ball went across the fence then.
Yeah, it blows across there, and I think it's just slightly into it now. So anyway, Bays come right up to the wing. Up they go. Can't up and down. Tonkin can't get it. Quicks off there. Perksley goes off. This is Tarker, I reckon. Tarker gets the ball, drives off. That is not a good kick. Goes miles down to line. Turn around, trying to get in. It was Nichols Marshall. There's a tackle by the Bays again. Turns around and comes up. Turns around. McIntyre gets it. Can't get it out for the Bays. It goes onto there. Turns around. Davis gets the ball, handballs off, gets Pettit. Pettit turns around, goes off, comes inside, turns around, he finds up there, and he gets the mark there, and I reckon that's Tyson Neal. Tyson Neal for the Bays now.
Wouldn't help a sore back, would it?
No. He turned around, comes into it. She's used to taking a fair bit of belting around, Tyson.
His 200th game today, 200th A-grade game. So.
Yeah, that's good going, isn't it?
It is.
Still a young bloke.
Yep.
So, Tyson Neal now needs to kick this one, really. Turns round. Beautiful kick in it. The wind is going to be the spot. He turns round, screws that one. Guess what? There's the curse.
Yep.
Comes in onto it. Tyson Neal misses it. Didn't come off the boot too good. Counter Bay goes to 2 goals 3 to Strathalbyn. 4 goals 1 on the FPH scoreboard.
Yes, that's the difference, isn't it? One team's kicking goals and the other one's kicking points.
Yeah, well, Strath never missed in the first quarter, did they? So Bays now, like, have had a couple, and yeah, they are just struggling at it. Tyson, you would gobble them up at that distance, but the wind coming across the body just made the ball float.
Fullback's coming in to take the kick in. In he comes, kicks it almost straight down the ground.
Oh,
or
Crispin dropped
he went out there to Crispin. He might make up for it here. He's got over to Pettit, and Pettit looks up, but I think
that looks good.
Looks good. Put that one through for.
Heading towards the halfway mark. We turn around, we get in. So it's starting to tighten up here just a bit on it. So it'll be interesting. Still very dull here and the wind is strong. So it goes around. Should be conditions like this all around for the Great Southern Footy League today, I'd say.
Yeah, you never know where it's likely to be raining though. Ponga might be a place where there's a bit of rain.
Yeah, well, I think the waves off the reservoir will be hitting the boundary line at the Pongi Oval, I think.
I reckon.
Back in the centre, up she goes. Tonkin goes up, pushes all over. Tyson Neal gets it. He breaks away, bounces once, heads all out, steps back in. No worries, goes up there now, drives it up the full forward, turns round out there. Bay player tried to sweep and tried to take it one hand, lays the tackles. He's making no attempt at that. Umpires are going to have to smarten up on this. They must pay them if they make no attempt. He got tackled by two different players and made no attempt on it. Up they go. Tonkin gets it. Comes out there by Encounter Bay, kick forward out through there. Goes out there. Tyson Neal goes over. Turns around, picks it all up. Comes out onto there. Turns around, he gets up Howland, he gets tackled. The umpire comes in. I suppose they're consistent with it, and that's all you can hope for. I'd hate to see one ping out one now when it's not warranted. So as long as they're consistent on it, they'll let them get away with it. Up they go. Tonkin gets it. Comes back over the head there. Goes around quickly to Brown. Brown's kick is up and down. Comes out into here. The Bay's trying to get onto it. Marshall tries to get in and out. He gets tackled by the Strath player. He goes to town. Look at this. Look at this now, Kevin. There's only two players behind the centre, and the Bays are killing themselves in here on the forward lines. Turned around, they're bottling up, and Strath is saying, thank you very much. Strath, quick kick out. This is where your lines get made up into it. Comes over, picked up by Fife. Fife for the Bays, handballs to Williams. Williams has a kick forward, up they go, going back there, over the back, he just spoiled it, Tyson Neal, flicks it all up, goes over, Davis can't get to it, he turns around, handballs out, goes to Marshall, he tries to handball back, this is where it comes up, McIntyre can't get to it, gets a boot, comes in onto there, Strath goes in, he gets wrapped up, and it'll be a ball up at the full forward position.
Marshall had another go at it, but
This no good, the Bay's clamming this up like this.
no, the Strath's got an open forward
a
line.
backman loves it this way because Marshall gets it, suckers it forward. I don't believe that. He's kicked it out along the ground, got it all clear. The umpire says clear. So
It's the same location with Mary and her Victor Harbour team, but the name has changed. Beachside Bedding, next to Hebra Pharmacy, is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, Sleep Haven and Adriatic Slumber. Beachside Bedding also features a beautiful range of locally made Florio furniture. Same location, new name, now even more competitive than ever on price. Beachside Bedding with free delivery and old mattress removal. Open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Hebra.
is a sin, especially with that many players, around there in the Bay scrambling, and he got one through, but that's what they need.
Well, the umpire's coming back to toss it up. Still plenty of time to go in this second quarter, Trev, before we interrogate you. And the umpire throws it back up in the centre. Up it goes, down it goes. Quick kick out of the pack will go here by Strathalbyn if they can get it. They do. Strathalbyn player there, Xavier Redden, tried to get it out, and they got an open forward line down here at the moment. That's Strathalbyn if they can get it out. So they may not get it out. The ball comes out over there. It's gone out over to...
Umpire's called a throw by Fife.
And the free kick will go to Strathalbyn. Strathalbyn, I've got to kick it in. It's not a very good kick in either. In fact, it's a terrible kick in.
Good attack by Tonkin.
And Tonkin's decided he's going to put his head down and bum up and go straight through with it, which he did do.
Gamble.
Here's another one through Gamble. Gamble kicks it down there. Tried to get it out. That might have been darker again, was it? Out there again, and the ball's down there, and the free kick or mark will go to Strath.
Got to get him behind his mark, umpire. You can't get him behind and be on the side.
No, anyway, well, he's let me get away with it this time, Trev. And the ball comes in over that side, and will it stay in? Will it might stay in? And here's a chance now for Strathalbyn to get the hand pass away. They do, and there's a lot of play over that far side of the ground at the moment, and finally the Bays get it away and put a decent kick in behind it. Ball's on the ground. Can anyone pick it up out there? Yes, they can. And Redden, it goes down there.
Misses over, free kick.
Redden, and it's gone down
to Callum Tonkin, free kick.
And Tonkin had to go and fox the ball himself. And the player out there, boys, don't kick it across there. He's only got a miss, and gee, he only had to miss kick that one. It was
but now they're in trouble.
Yeah,
they're in trouble now. They're going backwards. They've got no movement.
And the ball goes up high over that far side of the ground, and
now they're broken out.
Bays have got plenty of players down
but they've got no one forward.
There's only one player forward out there in the moment, and I reckon that one was Tarka. Tarka got hold of it. He had the players coming down the ground, luckily for him, and here's a chance now for Davis, Ben Davis, have a decent go with the ball into the forward line. Wasn't open forward line for a while.
Not now. See, look at the bays here. Look at them all running in. Baldock's gone there. He should be starting back organising players to come back. Strath can't run that ball out there, but like if they've got defensive zones set up, and they haven't.
Anyway,
Davis goes, and guess what? Bingo!
he's got another goal in, and that is a
The Royal Family Hotel in the main street of Port Elliot prides itself on having a family atmosphere. The dining room is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, offering great food specials and friendly service.
Enjoy.
Why not wind down with friends and enjoy a drink in our superb beer garden, one of the best beer gardens on the south coast. There's traditional pub-style accommodation available and a drive-through sip and save outlet. The Royal Family Hotel, 32 North Terrace, Port Elliot.
2-game advantage against Strath because they're 1 behind at the moment. Hope that Langhorne Creek fall that same way, and then that'll give them 2 games. So up they go. Tonkin can't get out to it. Turn around, comes out through Tyson Neal, goes out. Lippert gets the ball now. The Bays are into attack again. Out it goes. Picked up there quickly. Comes around. Tarka ran over it and missed it. Turns around, no follow-up from him though. Davis comes back into it. Turn around, McIntyre gets it. That's it. That must be holding the ball. Turn around. He got tackled by Lippert, and they turned around the attack. He didn't get the fist to it, and Popperwell comes in and says, holding the ball.
well now Lippert's got to do a decent kick.
Yeah. Okay, Grandpa. The way he kicked last week, he'll be lucky to get it over the main on the mark. In he comes now. Stamps up and down, up and down, up and down. Drives it, kicks it, goes out. Looks to be all right. The goal umpire's moving. Oh, you taught him well, Grandpa. There it goes.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 170A Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
Ball court ends and still going across to the club rooms, but yeah, you can sort of kick from that, well, I'd call it the dead pocket there, but in here at the netball court ends, it's just a bit tougher. But like I said, if you come down the centre half forward, centre half forward, full forward, you're in front of it, and that's the way to make it. And Clamp proved that one for Strath, that only goal that quarter. Back in the centre, up she goes, turn around, Tonkin gets it out, beautifully read to Pettit, off he goes again, the Bays go up again, over the back, comes out there, turns around, goes round, Strath come out, gets a wobbly kick, but he finds his player out there on the back flank.
He's going to get 15,
25, yeah.
25 metres against
Crispin's coming, he turned around, didn't seem to be much in it.
Well, he pushed him. He didn't have to push him.
But it was actually on the contact of the ball too, so it wasn't like it was late. That's where you get the penalty for them. But it goes off. He goes off, finds his player there in Xavier Redden right on the true wing. Clubroom side. Comes out. He goes forward. Up they go. And that's a good mark by Tyson Neal. And that knocks it out of his hand. They don't pay that one. So there you go. Anyhow, Tyson Neal on the back flank here. He's gone onto the ball now. Turns round, turns around and kicks it all up, goes to clubroom side though, goes out too far. Spoil comes over the back, goes off onto there. Strathalbyn goes out, but he's going to walk to the line, and he turns around and gets a root. Boss name. Ben Davis is not happy. You don't grizzle umpires, get on with the footy. That's lots of concentration doing things like that. Up it goes now. Ruckman go up. Tonkin gets it out the back. Pettit can't get it. Tonkin's on the ground. It comes back into him. Strath pick it all up. He gets wrapped up by Lippert and he puts it down. The umpire's going to have to come in for the Popperwell on the true wing clubroom position. Up they go. Tonkin goes up, gets it, thumps it all out, goes out. Handball goes back by Strath, goes forward, comes out there. Tyson Neal gets it. His short stab kick goes up, thumped by Strathalbyn over the boundary line there in Sam George, and see a ball in right in front of the interchange there.
Well, half time today, keep listening. I'll be interviewing a Player of the century.
Oh, can't wait to see who that is. Up it goes, comes over, Encounter Bay gets it, goes over. Crispin gets it, smashes it forward, out the back there now, comes over there. McIntyre gets it, can't get up there. He gets slammed down, didn't have the ball, and the umpire says, no, you dropped it. So Butler for Strathalbyn on the back flank now.
Now all these Encounter Bay players have got to move back.
Yeah, that's where they get caught out. Butler goes through, he goes up, has to go for it. No, you watch, he's got one for high, has he? No.
Not holding the ball.
So he turns around, goes out for Encounter Bay to Brown. Brown goes out, straight over the back to Strathalbyn, and that's where the Bays get caught out there. They turn around, Crispin goes back to it, comes around to Andrew Fife. Fife gets it, handballs back in. He was over the boundary line, and it'll be a boundary throw up on the true wing position over there in front of the club rooms, Kevy.
Yes. Ball will be thrown in, and it's getting a little darker every minute at the moment here at the Encounter Bay Oval. A boundary umpire tosses it in, the ruckman knock it down. It's gone straight down to Strathalbyn though, and they'll kick it out near the boundary line over there, and the mark has not been paid or made over there. I thought Strathalbyn may have had it for a second. It's a long way away from where we are out there at the moment, and the ball will be knocked across the boundary line and out of bounds.
25 minutes going careful.
Yeah, so the
Bays have kicked a few goals,
Bays have kicked a few, and there's only been one kicked by Strathalbyn through Clam. Anyway, the ball gets thrown in again. Down on the ground it goes, and the umpire paid the free kick to Strath.
Too high.
And Strathalbyn have got this one, they'll kick it into the forward line, and that was Clamp coming out with it. And he's a dangerous player if you let him get away with a couple of marks in that forward line. The
beautiful turn by Tyson.
And it's kicked over now to Encounter Bay, or players there by himself, kicks it over there to Encounter Bay, and it's gone out there to Hamish Tonkin, down into the forward line.
Davis.
And Davis has got it, and he could very easily put this one in from there too.
He kicked that last one, which I didn't think he had any chance of doing.
So this will be an interesting one right on half time.
Yeah, it'll be very handy, won't it? Just to snuff Strath out just that little bit. Still 2 quarters left though.
Oh, there's plenty of time left. Yeah, you've got a long time to go, but if you can get a lead up by half time, you haven't done too bad.
Guess
I reckon they have, and Ben Davis has put that one through.
Yeah, so it's certainly good kicking. Back in the centre it goes again, up it down, comes out there, Bay's trying to get out with it, comes over here, Strath get the ball, handball it off, goes off to his player, and Ryan Clark, he goes off, handballs over to his player running past, goes out wide, turns around, gets up, Strath now, turns around, turns his player inside out, goes, not a real good kick, goes out there, but coming out there is Clamp, takes it on his chest. There's the inexperience from the young players in the back lines. That was not a good kick, and they let the player Clamp get a free run at that, and turns around and gets up. He's kicked 3, he's kicked the only one for Strath this quarter. This will be a handy one on time to go here for Strathalbyn.
Well, if you can kick 3 of 5, it's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Yeah, well, as I said, they've kicked 1 goal which the Bays couldn't kick at this quarter. Will this one let them out? Clamp comes in, drives it all out. The umpire's moving pretty bad. He's moved right over, so that must be a hard end. So he gets a minor score. Clamp's kicked 3 goals to this game, and quickly off to
Bays back in quickly, but also
not a good kick.
It's gone over the top, and it's been marked down there by Ryan Clark. So Clark's got hold of it, probably kick it back into Clamp, and I reckon he might have...
Oh, you've got to take him 25 on that. Yes, it has. He's seen that.
And
Baldock with the ball.
And this will be interesting. How far has he given him this time?
25.
Only 25. And the umpire there puts him on the mark, coming down. There's a mark taken out there by Tarker. and Tucker plays on quickly, swings around onto his right boot, kicks it into that forward line down there.
Oh, Crispin overran it.
If he can get the ball out there.
Single
And
point there to Gamble.
All it needed was someone behind there then. 7 goals 4 to Encounter Bay, 4 goals 2 to Strathalbyn.
Strathalbyn
FPA scoreboard.
quickly with the ball, and they've brought it out to the back flank on the clubroom side. Now he turns around, goes back, turns round, goes off. Gamble moves up on the ball. He turns round, Strath into the back pocket now. Turns round, must get called play on. Drives the clubroom side, drives it up and down. Out they come, over the top. Crispin, Bulldog gets it. He gets driven down and turns around and gets held for holding the ball. Up we go, I reckon that's Clamp with the ball now. He's on the back flank here now. This is how Strather pushed up. Now he gets it, drives it off, runs through. There goes the siren, folks. So at quarter time here, Encounter Bay go to half time. 7 goals 4 to Strathalbyn, 4 goals 2 on the FP Ag scoreboard. We turn around. So we'll come back later on because we've got a half-time interview coming up. We have to set up for that. So this is 90.1 Happy FM is Great Southern Footy on air and YouTube.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field.
It's the same location with Mary and her Victor Harbour team, but the name has changed. Beachside Bedding, next to Hebra Pharmacy, is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, Sleep Haven and Adriatic Slumber. Beachside Bedding also features a beautiful range of locally made Fleurieu furniture. Same location, new name, now even more competitive than ever on price. Beachside Bedding with free delivery and old mattress removal. Open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Hebra.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 170A Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
Get the power!
Happy FM's Halftime Hub, brought to you by FP Ag. We're in your field.
Well, welcome to our halftime hub today. Today we are talking with Trevor Pryor.
Surprise, surprise, Kevin.
Surprise. Trevor is a player of the century for Encounter Bay. But it didn't all start off in Encounter Bay, Trev. You were a Yankalilla boy.
Yes, I was born in Adelaide, spent my first probably 5-6 years there, and Dad moved down to Yankalilla and we went as kids. And spent all my junior years and into my first job and everything at Yankalilla. So yeah, and then from there I moved, I got married, finished up, moved to Adelaide and finished up with a few jobs and came back into work here in Victor Harbour and remained here and moved in through here in this area.
Yeah, well, you've gone through about 40 years very quickly there, Trev.
It has. That's the migration pattern gone on.
So your father Bill, he played for Glenelg.
Yes, he played nine years for Glenelg. Played at Sturt before the war started and then came out went back to Sturt and they were full, so he went to Glenelg and played the 9 years there, missed out on life membership there because you have to play so many games in the 10th year, and he couldn't get that.
He didn't do it, so...
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
So he obviously worked back at Yankalilla.
He had his own business, came down as a plumber, then went in plumbing building and made rainwater tanks and all plumbing gear and building trade and yes, concreting and everything through there.
He was a jack of all trades, really.
He was,
wasn't
yeah.
I mean, Bill, everyone knew Bill Pryor and Victor and Yankalilla, didn't they?
They certainly did in the whole district, I think. So,
everyone knew him around there.
William Harold, as they
William Harold George. So, where did you start, Trev?
I started at Yankalilla, obviously in junior football, which was in those years was no junior colts or minis or moddies, so it was all senior colts. So from the age about 9 and 10 we played football and went through and straight into A grade from there, and from there I finished down and went for just on not quite a season at Glenelg, played thirds when I was eligible to play colts, and that sort of didn't work out, so I came back to Yankalilla. And so I
played back there.
Went back in the Yank. Was lucky enough to play in a premiership in '70. In '69, I was injured and finished up in hospital after the last minor round, and couldn't get fit enough, so I missed the '69 grand final. So, I played in one winning one.
You played in one winning one. That's the main thing. You got stuck into a winning one then. So over the years, you actually got a job at Yankalilla.
Yes, I finished up. When I left school, I went into the PMG then. Applied for a bank position, didn't get that one, and went into the PMG as a junior postal officer. And
delivering letters?
Yes, delivering letters. It was 1 week was on the in the office and mail deliveries on the 5 days, 6 days a week. We did Saturday mornings, and then the second week, we went on to a night shift doing the manual switchboards. So that's how I come to meet up with you and your wife Julie. So
Julie used to help you out a bit when you wanted to go out. She'd go and
I think it was the other way
work
around.
a bit later for you, didn't she?
I think it was the other way around. She was going out with some person that also worked there, and they got around. The romance was blossoming, and she often used to say when it was on the Saturday nights when we had to work, it was, can you come in early? I need to go out to the dance.
But you were only a young boy then, Trev. You had nothing else to do, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I started the job. I didn't even have a licence when I first started out.
So
that come on.
So then the football sort of grew from there. You played a few years for Yankalilla?
Yes, I played on there, like I said, as the junior ones, probably 3-4 years. Came back after I moved to Adelaide with the job and sort of filled in, but we were doing shift work then too in the GPO. And
you were in the telegraph section?
Telegraph section, on the telegrams, doing that in curtail weather forecasts and night shifts there. And then I finished up getting, finding time to train was hard, and I'd get a phone call Saturday morning saying you picked playing, down at McLaren Vale or something, and you'd have to go down there, rush out to North, get the car, get my gear, drive down home and play footy. Well, it got that way. I finished up, I threw it in, they picked on me, and I spat the dummy. and threw it in from Yankalilla and said, no, I can't keep this up if you're going to blame me for not winning. So I moved out and played a year in Adelaide and finished up then coming here to Encounter Bay.
Didn't you ever go at Sturt and the Colts?
I was all at Glenelg. I did leave 1 year and went to Sturt. A friend of Dad's was mad Sturt supporter and asked me and my brother Ron to go down there, and it was pre-season. We'd done no football training. So he talked us into it. We went down there with our gear, and it was the league side playing their reserves. And of course then we filled into the the leftover reserves playing a scratch match, and Ron broke his thumb and went to hospital, and I come in and they wanted to sign me up, and we went down the office and I said, I better tell you I play for Glenelg, thirds at that stage. And they said, how long? I said, probably 5 years, and turned around, they put the paper away, said, sorry, once you'll find out in those days you were signed for life. So you couldn't get clearances. So that ruined everything chance I had. So I gave up that dream. So,
Oh, well, I mean, anyway, you ended up playing a fair few games for Yankalilla, then you came over to Encounter Bay.
yes, yeah, I came over. I married a girl from Inman Valley, and I finished up. The father-in-law got a bad heart condition in his hospital. His eldest son had to come back from school, and he was doing a lot of artificial inseminations on the stud up there in sheep. And so I came out, his two sons were playing here at Encounter Bay, and I said, well, this is silly, me going to Yank and them having to come to Encounter Bay. So I just came over with them and spent...
Couple of Ashby boys.
Yes, and played with, Edwin, the main one, and Ivan was coming up through the Colts, so, and he finished up here late, but yeah, spent 12 years at the Bay, and until I sort of had to give up with fitness, and training was killing me, so I gave up from there.
Couple of grand finals with Encounter Bay, was it?
Yes, all losing, Kevin. You
All
should bring
losing,
them up.
mate, you
Yeah,
don't
three,
want that.
three
You
grand
don't want to know
finals.
about that.
3 grand finals.
And you
we
lost a lot.
Lost a lot of them. Yeah, one was a real bad thumping, and two of them, we had one Langons Creek first year in. We had a chance to win that one, but we didn't.
The club
So,
still
yeah.
complain about that one.
Yes.
The first year
Stole it
Langon
off us.
Creek came in.
Yeah.
Langon Creek won the premiership, and Encounter Bay reckon if Langon Creek didn't come up,
We
you'd
had
had
it.
one.
So I couldn't help the Bays out through those years, and so it was unfortunate. It's probably one of the only regret I got at the, being at the Bays, that I couldn't help them out in that, situation. So, but I finished up here, come into here, and in the end I had basically all my brothers rolled up here to play.
How many brothers have you got? They're
I got
everywhere.
3 brothers. Ron, the eldest one, he came over here to play like the 1 year, and he coached the second year before Pete Millard come back. And then, of course, me two other brother under the Gowrie came back, and then he did a knee, so he was no good. And Jeff come, and he was... he played that season. We all played sort of 4 in that 1 year, played together, and but he didn't last. He was a bit of a wanderer and tour around, so I was the only one that really hung out and stayed here.
But one of your brother had a pretty good job, didn't he, with Australia Post?
Yes, Gary, yeah, that was the one there. He finished up as in charge, head honcho of the Adelaide Mail Exchange, and he was over in Melbourne in the same position, and then came back for a couple of years back into Adelaide. He used to fly in and out on weekends, but that was a bonus when he was over there. He had a unit in Spring Street in Melbourne. He'd fly out Friday, and we'd go over Friday nights and see the football and stay in his 3-bedroom apartment and walk between the football all weekend.
Yeah, I bet you did. No, it's a great thing if you can get something like that. But anyway, from there, you give football away for a while?
No, from here I left here and went finished up. Marriage broke up, so I went on to got in front and touched my current wife Deb now from Goolwa, and I drifted back over there and played for him, and turned around and said, went over there and played and coached their reserves over there, and I played golf Saturday mornings, which kept me legs free, and I got another 5 years out, and then just had to give up after that. But then played Super Rules. So
you also
that for
didn't
a
you
long
play
time.
a fair few reserves games for Goolwa there for a
No,
while?
I coached them,
team,
and I filled up and down, but the 5 years I was there, I spent basically three and a half years of A grade and just coaching the Bees and filling in when I was captain, was coach there, so...
So now it's worked out pretty well over the years that you've decided to come and give us a hand here.
Yes.
And it's Nifty's giving it away now, so there's only the 2 of us. So we'll have to see what happens with Nifty. You're going to have a chat with him on Monday. And see how
once he
going.
works down in work, he's a great commentator and a great bloke to be with, so it'd be nice to have him back.
Anyway, good to see you along today, Trev. You had to be here anyway.
Yes.
You're going to put all the stuff together.
Yep.
So thanks very much for having the time to give us a bit of a chat. We could talk about a few other things, I suppose, as the time has gone on. But anyway, we're constrained a little bit by time at the moment, and the teams are out there. One of the teams are out there anyway at the moment. Encounter Bay are ready to go, as you'd expect. They'll be pretty happy, I think, about the position that they're in at the moment, Trev.
Yeah, certainly are. Strath comes out now, so we'll need to wrap up so we can get back into play again, Kev.
We will. So Happy FM is Great Southern Footy on air and YouTube.
Happy FM's Halftime Hub, brought to you by FP Ag. We're in your field. FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field.
It's the same location with Mary and her Victor Harbour team, but the name has changed. Beachside Bedding, next to Hebra Pharmacy, is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, Sleep Haven and Adriatic Slumber. Beachside Bedding also features a beautiful range of locally made Fleurieu furniture. Same location, new name, now even more competitive than ever on price. Beachside Bedding with free delivery and old mattress removal. Open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Hebra.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 170A Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
Get the power.
I don't even think they're looking at it.
Thank you for that. The ball is up to be held under here, so we'll catch up the scores a little bit later. Underway, we get under here and we're away. Turn around at the Bay Oval. Turn around, Strathalbyn quickly out, come back out, and the Bays pick it up from the back flank. Comes out here, Davis ducks around, goes underneath, goes forward now. Bit of a floater. Tarka goes out and he drops it. Jake Tarka goes around, hangs onto it, and the umpire says, hanging on while he gets shepherded off. And Strathalbyn are recipients of the free kick through Adam Clark. Clark goes off, finds his player out in the clubroom side on the back flank. Turns round, he looks inside, turns round, that ball's dropping down, but he comes round, he finds him safely coming out there. And I reckon
we
that
might have changed
is Mark Tucker. Mark Tucker now. Strathalbyn drives this ball out there, goes up, goes forward, a good reach and stretch out there by there, and Jacob Wright for Strathalbyn. The kick into the end, that's been all the scores in this first half, so he goes up, he goes out, and he finds his player out there in Xavier Redden. So Redden is going to be right on the boundary there when it comes around. The base kicked him from there, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. So we'll go in onto it. Lines himself up.
The others could kick it from there.
Yeah, as I said, it'll be interesting to see whether that breeze has swung or stopped around. He goes up, drives this ball, looks all up, goes round, the umpire moves. It looks like he's missed that one badly, and so it's for a minor score only, and it finishes up as a minor point. The FBA scoreboard, 4 goals, 3 Strathalbyn, 7-4 in Counter Bay.
And they play on quickly after that point. It's marked down there by Counter Bay in the back pocket. Another little short pass. I'm going to watch out they don't miss kick it here because they're
Williams,
still within kicking distance.
Williams with the ball.
Williams that's got it. Lockie Williams, and that's a better kick. Looks like the wind has changed a
Yeah,
little
that
bit
dropped down,
there.
didn't it?
It has dropped down a little bit out there, and Encounter Bay now are going to try and bring it back again. They've got it out there. The player there's grabbed hold of it, and
Yeah, it's too much. You just
the
have to wait
umpire
for it.
will
So
pay a free kick for hanging on to it for too long, and Strathalbyn will have a shot on for
that's
goal.
Welk, I reckon.
And it's kicked now right in front of the goal at the back of the pack. It's come down there. There's a player. He's juggled it 2 or 3 times. It's gone out over there to Strathalbyn, and Encounter Bay now have got it. And there's a long kick in.
That's
It's
out
gone
the full.
over the fence, almost right into the timekeeper's box on the first floor. And in the club rooms, and Strath will come in and have a shot from there. Here's a long kick in. It's not going to go anywhere near the goal kicking area down there, and Encounter Bay have got it now, and back again it goes, and plenty of Strath players. In fact, there's 4 Strath players down there and 1 Encounter Bay player. Where's all the Encounter Bay players? Too far into the forward line, I think. And here's a chance now to separate that a little bit, and there's another behind being kicked there. And Strathalbyn go to 4 goals 4 to 7 goals 4 by Encounter Bay on the FP Ag scoreboard.
So I said, so the ball comes back. We'll try to get these results of the half-time scores. A couple of interesting ones in there. So as it goes back to Baldock for Encounter Bay. So it'd be a certainty he should go club room side. He does. He steps out. Umpire says play on. Drives this ball out, goes out there, tries to find Tyson Neal, can't go, and soccer comes off the ground. Strath flicks it all out. Tyson Neal gets the ball, handballs it off, going down further. Davis can't get it, comes around quickly to Strath. Strath go out there through Sam George, goes up there, and Lippert stands on the defensive side there for Encounter Bay. It's on that back flank, wants to play out with this one with a win. That is dangerous and silly, and kicks it to the man of the moment there. That is terrible, terrible with the wind going there. You kick across the face of goal, and he's picked out the worst player out the whole lot.
He couldn't have picked the worst player to kick it to.
Oh, Riley Clamp. He's kicked 3 goals too. Missed him up the other end. He's got the scoring in, and that is a major, major blunder. I won't say who he's related to, Kevy. We'll keep that quiet.
I don't want to know.
No, I don't blame you. In he comes. Drives off. The umpire doesn't move, so he comes back in, scores the... Wollonga 4-4, my Ponga Selix 7 points. So
After that debacle by Encounter Bay, the ball's back in the centre from the goal to Strathalbyn. Up it goes. Ball comes out of the centre again, and it's gone out there to Strathalbyn's got hold of it to the player there was number 7, Xavier Redden. So the ball's right back to the forward line.
Five's got it at the moment for the Bay. So he's coming this hot side.
Five's got it. And he's kicked it right across.
The Baldock.
And Baldock now got in the back pocket. What's he going to try and kick it across as well? He's probably kicked this one out of bounds on the full. If he hasn't, he's kicked it very close. Umpire lets play go on out there because it lobbed just inside the boundary line. And here's a quick kick in again. And Strathalbyn have got another goal. Well, not another goal, but they could very easily have another goal.
Lachlan Fox has gone over and he's fined Clamp.
And Clamp hasn't had enough kicks at goal yet.
I can't understand why you, as a side with the wind blowing down to that end's been the scoring end, bring it out so that the wind assists you.
Anyway,
they are
Clamp's
major
about to have a
players.
shot. It's not an easy spot to have a shot from there, but I think he's probably good enough to put it through.
Oh, well, he's just
In
slide
comes
it close to the
Riley
left point.
Clamp, puts the ball up there, and that one has
Missed.
gone through for a minor score only. So that is 5 goals 5 now to Strathalbyn, and 7 goals 4 Encounter Bay on our FP Ag scoreboard.
Yes, that is not defensive play with the wind blowing as look at the screen from left to right, and you bring the ball back across this side, and like I said, you've got to be deadly accurate and you've got to run it. So,
well, the AFL players aren't good enough for this, are they?
Well, that's what I mean. You find the sides out. The only team I've seen so far to be able to do it pretty good is my Pongaselics. Off they go, the Bays. They bring out the clubroom side, pushing the back. Bulldog out there this time, and they're outside the 50. Which is a better strength.
Get around the other side.
Yeah, now they're all going to make their exit out, going on to there, comes out, and Davis finds it on his chest. He swings around, drives this ball out. He goes forward, up on the forward flank now, over the back, and Allen gets it on the second bite. Ruckman swings around. That is get off the man. He gets it out there, goes up there, and there's Tyson Neal. Oh, he's not going to pay that.
Oh,
probably unlucky. Turns around, goes out in there. Strathalbyn now, straggling out with, off he goes. He gets slammed down, goes back down. Strath now still kick the ball up. They kick it forward, out they go, and on the chest of Tonkin. Goes out there, that's Callum Tonkin. He comes out, sorry, that one there was Hamish Tonkin. He goes out there, bad kick. Strathalbyn drops it though, goes out the back, turns around and Counter Bay are hobbling there in Marshall. He's hobbling, he's got cramp or knocking the calf or something. A couple of times I've seen him do that, and it's right in the forward pocket for Encounter Bay with the ball up. Up they go. Allen in the ruck for the Bays. Turns around, goes up. Turns around, he gets wrapped up, can't get hold of it. He swings around and the umpire's going to have to come back and play it once again. So Allen and Clark for Strathalbyn. Count Bay goes up, pushes it down, can't get out onto it. Turns around, Davis gets the ball up. He gets wrapped up, he gets over high, still go up around high. Umpire says, my ball, and he's going to repeat it, still in the centre goal square now. Up it goes, turns around, goes up. Allen goes up, off there by the Bays, turn around, picked up by Pettit. Pettit can't get Hort, and he turns around, the umpire comes in. I'll give it to them, they're consistent, they're not paying any frees for non-attempt or anything. I thought he could have gone on that one.
Well, he should have gone.
Should have, he tried to break in, didn't he?
Yep.
Now he's paid away a free kick.
Now he's going to give away a free
silly
kick.
play by Pettit.
Yeah.
In your goal mouth, you do not go silly.
Is there any more silly things they can do?
Oh, you don't do stupid things that in there. So Godfrey now with the ball for Strath. He handbacks over to the one there in Butler. Strath now, break out the back. Here they come. This is where they open sides up because there, look at this. 2 Strathalbyn players because the backs have been up there. Nobody at full back, nobody out there whatsoever, and off it goes. Comes back. Bulldogs made the run all the way back. He'll run through the back sides there and it goes through for a minor score to Strathalbyn.
You do that without any fear there of giving away a free kick. Anyway, he plays on, bounces the ball over that far side of the ground, over the clubroom side, kicks it in, almost a mark taken down there by Tonkin, picked up by Strath. Here's a chance from Strathalbyn there through Mark Elliott. He can't do anything with it, and the ball goes down that far side of the ground. I think it was Crispin that had hold of it briefly then. Tarker's got it now. Tarker kicks it out towards a centre half forward out there, and there's plenty of red jumpers out there. They're everywhere out there at the moment, and away they go again, kicking it down the other end, and that was just blocked off the boot, and the
free kick to Allen.
Free kick to the big ruckman there for Encounter Bay and Allen. And what's he going to do with it? He's going to come in and have a long shot into the scoring area out there anyway. I think the ball might just stay out there. And
Davis.
The free kick go out here, go to Davis. And the bloke saying, I didn't touch him at all. just that hold of his jumper. But anyway, Davis he's got the job in front of him here to kick a goal.
Yeah, this is tough. It's been the end, be hard to get, isn't it? He's got that
it's
wind
not
into
a
his
good
face.
end to have a shot for goal from.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be blowing it back to him.
So in he comes, decides to play on, runs around the mark, has a shot in for goal there, and I reckon it might have just snuck in for 1 point. It has. So that is 7 goals 5 to Encounter Bay, 5 goals 6 to Strathalbyn.
So the ball's gone over the back. We wait for him to pick up. Gets kicked back. Strathalbyn with the ball now. Comes around. Coop and Machin could be, or could be McFarlane. In he comes, he short kicks, goes out, finds his player out in the back flank clubroom side though. And that one there is Xavier Redden. Redden goes down, turns around, he finds up. So where are all these Bay players? You know, they're just walking out, kicking to where they want. Comes back in the centre, now it comes up. 3 of the Bay players turn around. Williams gets the ball for the Bays, drives this ball back. Where they go, up they go, turn around over the back. Kicks all up there. Davis couldn't get it. Now Strath got this ball up. That's a ping pong. You can't do that.
He did it.
Turns around, goes up. He turns around, goes onto it. Butler gets the ball for Strathalbyn. Comes out wide. Up they go. Thumped away by Vermeulen, I reckon it was for the Bays. Comes out there. Bays wrap themselves up together. Kicks it off quickly there. That one there was Marchand. Marchand goes up. Comes up to the Bays. Turns around in... Gould goes round, he gets wrapped up there, and he turns around, goes down there, and I reckon that'll be holding the ball.
Yep.
So, Encounter Bay gets all up, turns round, Clamp gets up quickly, drives this ball up, 1-on-1, up there, turns around, thumped by Bulldog. No, it wasn't, it was up there, it was scooped by Tonkin, goes over, Bulldog slaps it out again, over they go, Sweetman goes up, Tarker comes onto the ball, turns around, Sweetman gets the ball out, going wide for Encounter Bay. Turns around, goes up, Strath get it, up they go. Counter Bay, he gets hung onto, didn't have the ball, umpire didn't see it that way, comes over there, he grabs the ball, he gets wrapped up, and the umpire's going to have to come in for a ball up. It's umpire Popplewell now. Up they go, Tonkin goes up, comes out through the back, goes over there, comes on out there to Lippert, he handballs backwards, turns around, finds Williams goes out, and Tyson Neal gets it, and he'll steady this down. Tyson Neal on the back flank, scoreboard side, drives all the way across, needs to pick this one out, and goes, Jake Tarker goes up and he couldn't hit it 25 on that. You can't grab him after he's hit the ground and standing up, but goes out. Over the back now, Crispin comes late, turns around, picks all up, goes over there, comes back to Crispin. Crispin can't keep it into there. And that one there was out there. Bayes trying to get under there was Aaron Gould. It's true wing position. Right over there in front of the club room, ball in.
Umpire will throw the ball in right in front of the club room. Looks like a few of them are just about frozen in their seats out there. Pushed down this time by Encounter Bay. It goes on the ground. Lippett's in the middle of it. Umpire says, I'll have hold of that and I'll toss it up, which he does. He's about to toss it up. Up it goes. In goes the ruckman. Knocked down on the ground. Strathalbyn have got hold of it. There's a quick kick down the park. Again it goes, and it is gone out the bounds without anyone touching it, and it's a free kick there to Lockie Williams. So Lockie Williams has got it for Encounter Bay. Home full back, and
smacked him in the mouth.
Plaque, it was Tarker. Trying to take speckies all the time. He gets one every now and then.
Yeah, well, that's the one his smack he got in the first quarter too, in the ground, wasn't it?
Anyway, the umpire will throw the ball in again. In it goes. Ruckman there, get under it out there, pushed down there by a big fella in walk. Here's a hand pass out. He got rid of that like a hot spud. Down the ground it goes, and this will be a long shot into the forward line, or the player there dropped it. Here's a Lockie Williams gets away, a hand pass, and down the ground it goes, and Encounter Bay got the players running forward out there.
Oh, he stumbled.
He stumbled. He got away with it. He's going to stumble again. He's lucky he didn't go for hold the ball.
That was not the spot to put it though.
No, he handballed it to his teammate that was in more trouble than the early settlers. They're going back with it again. Out it goes there from Fife. Fife gets it out to his teammate out there in the ground, then across the line it goes. They're certainly doing it the hard way again, aren't they? Ball now will be thrown in on the half-forward line for Strathalbyn. Strathalbyn, they chuck it in again. Down it goes. Knocked down there by the ruckman. He can't pick it up though, or he can pick it up, but they pick him up as well. And the umpire will come and toss it in. Umpire Jensen, Trev.
Yep, certainly is. Right in this wing position. Scoreboard side of this ground. Up she goes. Up they go. Tonkin gets it back down. Strath waiting for them. Out they come. Fraser Tonkin can't get it. Out he goes. Lippert gets held onto. Got the ball out. Came all out. Umpire's still letting it go. Turned around, comes back down. Lippert gets in under again. Turns around, gets it all out. He turns around. Tarka can't get to it. Comes out. The Bays try to get it. Smothered the ball. Now it comes out wide. Goes back to Gould. Comes back to Vermeulen. He goes up. The Bays are into attack. Out they go. Out they go. Allen can't get to it. Over the back it comes. Counter Bay get him, wrap him all up, turns around, picked all up. He gets rolled down, and the umpire says ball up on the forward flank for Encounter Bay. Up they look all up. Bays are desperate, but they're struggling. Up they come now. Goes up. Tonkin goes up, tries to smack it all out. Strath read it again. Comes out, that's tackled. Dropped the ball, didn't kick it. Could have gone for it, but it wasn't. It comes on the wing position here, and it'll be another ball up by the umpire. Davis gets up, gives it back. Umpire Jensen gives the ball up, goes over to it. Tonkin comes around, pushes it all down, comes all out. Can's out there, bang. Fraser Tonkin turns around, gets the ball off, kicked in airy on the ground. Callum Tonkin gets up, he smacks it all around, goes back down again. He gets down, he hasn't got the ball, he's getting wrapped up to it. Comes out and the umpire whistled just as Vermeulen had it for the Bays. Turns around, sets up again. Same spot. Wing position, up they go. Tonkin goes, gets it all down, puts it all up. Butler gets it all out, goes all over. Tonkin wraps him all up, gets him over there, and he got it out to centre half forward, the ruckman, and he turns around and gets another ball up. He's going to have to get up and go onto this one. This is just falling in the line here. Strath's not really making huge inroads now. They've only kicked one with the wind up here. Up they go. Tonkin goes up, comes out. Pettit gets it. He drives out there, and Strath are leading in the front out there.
There was one in front, one behind, wasn't there?
That's what I mean. The kick goes out. You have to watch out there. You know they've got him set up. And goes out quickly. Xavier Redden for Strath. Gets the ball. Drives all up. Bays can't get it. Goes out there and Gould turns around. Gets all up. He gets wrapped down. And he turns around and be a ball up on the wing position.
He was almost holding it in too.
FBAD scoreboard. Encounter Bay 7-5. Strathalbyn 5-6.
Umpire throws it up right in front of the crowd, the hardy crowd that are sitting over there watching the proceedings at the moment. And the umpire will throw it up again. Up it goes again. Oh, he jumped in the air, didn't even touch the ball that time.
Pushed under then.
And the ball's on the ground again.
Kicking in danger.
Could get there, and it was kicking in danger. And
Connor Hills.
Counter Bay with Connor Hills gets the free kick. Goes over to Tarka. Tarka gets it quickly over to
Gamble,
and Gamble kicks it further down there, and
Davis. Oh no, Tyson Hill. Sorry,
Tyson Hill. Tyson Hill gets it in, and it's gone out there to the player who took all the early marks and kicked the goals last week. And
he swings around, goes up quickly. This could be lost game here. Position goes up, comes out. Strath, that was a beautiful throw out there. Turn around, umpire almost went to it. He put the whistle up and then put it away. Turn around, they goes up. Tyson Neal with the ball. He'll go quiet. He gets high, breaks the tackle though, puts it all back, turns around. He goes up. Strathalbyn dive on the ball, makes no attempt. Players are screaming for it, and the umpires have not paid one all day, and they won't again. So Strath gets all up there, and Jacob Wright.
No, he did pay that.
Oh, he did pay it. Well, yeah. Oh, you had to. He dived on the ball and then was laid on it. So that's the first one for it. So Connor Hills gets it all up, goes onto it, turns around. The umpire's paid a free here, must be hanging on.
Or he said something to him.
Nicholas is coming back. Nicholas Marshall is getting the ball, so it was just off screen. I didn't see it. So the umpire was back there. Jensen saw it, so he must have held on to him. So Nicholas Marshall got one in the second. This will be a handy one if he can kick this one. Didn't look good, but it was a floaty, but the umpire says touched. That's how bad it was.
That's from about 15 metres
there. Yeah, that was a shocking kick. Even though it was the wind, you got to kick through them, and that is let them off the hook. So the Encounter Bay go to 7-6 to 5-6 Strathalbyn, the FBA scoreboard.
And Strath kicked the ball back in again, kicked it too hard out there for his teammate that he was kicking it. Oh, well done by Strathalbyn. They dragged the ball back again. And here's a chance, and the ball was kicked into the player that ran into
Tonkin.
Prevent him getting away with it.
Hamish Tonkin spoiled it.
The
was
ball
Callum.
was forced out of bounds.
Callum Tonkin then, so yeah, it was well done.
And the boundary umpire will throw it in. In it goes. Gee, that's not a bad sort of throwing out there. He's got a bit away with that, and Encounter Bay are trying to get the ball down their end again, but Strathalbyn with the numbers, you're going to prevent them down there. That was Hamish Jenner that had there briefly. He kicks it into a teammate's gone out here to, I think it's 22, Nathan Clark.
That's gone, must go holding the ball.
And the free kick has gone out there to...
He kicked him in the head. He actually deliberately went past and ankle knee. Now he's going to pay 25, which is good. Don't throw it away and counter bay. Get out of there.
So the rest are too busy fighting, so they might as well...
Yeah, the Bays don't need to get in on this. I can understand them getting in because a Strath player came back and you could see it, made contact. The umpire's going for a card here soon. But the Bays do not need to get involved. So the ball now has got forwarded up with an FAD right up the ground, and the Bays are in charge here. Tarka with the ball. And here it goes, it's on again. Here we go, comes into it. Back heel out there, Strathalbyn goes onto it. McInerney gets over onto the here, and they turn round. It'll be a ball up at centre half forward. Up they go, turns around, Tonkin gets up, throws it back, overruns it. The Bays are in control, comes all out, gets the kick out, comes over and pet it. Told go on with it, drives this ball up, drives it long, drives it out wide, and she goes out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Strathalbyn in the back pocket on the top side. So Strath with the ball now.
24
in the back
minutes
pocket.
gone.
Yeah. So the Bays could have really hurt them this section because, you know, Strath haven't scored this quarter. Up they go. Goes over. Up they down. Oh, double dragon goes.
Just
And that was
made that
Tonkin.
one, didn't he?
Yep.
And that
Turned
was
around. Fraser Tonkin.
Fraser Tonkin.
Needs just to put this up, put it up, give the boys. That's a real floater too. Over they come, over the back, out they come. Tarka didn't want to jump, goes up to it. Butler comes out with it, drops around into it, and turns around, comes out there. Pettit gets the ball. He gets wrapped up. He gets wrapped and high. The umpire's going to come in and says the ball up.
Pettit was a bit lucky then because he went to handball it and decided not to.
Yeah, there was nothing on there, so comes up, up they go. Bays go up, out they come, out the back to Strath. Turns around, comes out onto it. Allen goes down, turns around, picks it all up. Ball goes down there. Popplewell comes back in. Still at centre half forward here in the forward flank in the Bays attacking zone. Up they come. Need to get a goal into here. Off they come. Pettit tries to get it. Can't come up. Strathalbyn know this. They try to wrap it up. There's Riley clamps in there and they're bottling it right up here. They don't want the Bays to score and the Bays are going to have to hold them out. At least they've got a little bit of defensive zone out here. Up it goes high. Turn around, out it comes to Strath. Strath turns around, picked it up, tapped it forward. Out they come, keep going on here. Ben, turn around, beautiful run away to there. Goes off up to there, turns around. Strath now gets it. Handballs, turns around, picks up his player quickly. He goes off, goes out wide, turns around. There's a siren. So that was a real tussle there. So the Bays here on the FPAG scoreboard go to 7 goals 6. So they kicked 2 points that quarter to Strathalbyn. 5 goals 6, and they kicked 1 goal 4. So certainly a big wrap up onto there. So we'll try to get some wrap ups around the ground. But halftime scores for the other grounds was Mount Compass 6-5, Victor Harbour 5-7. McLaren 7-5, Langhorns Creek 4-3, Yanks 6-9, Goolwa Port Elliot 3-7, Willunga 4-4, Maiponga 0-7 points. That was from station sponsor Shed Boss Fluorio.
And that's half-time scores, though.
That was a half-time score, so we'll get them at three-quarter time here. So this is 90.1 Happy FM, is Great Southern Footy on air and YouTube.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 170A Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
Get the power.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field. The Royal Family Hotel in the main street of Port Elliot prides itself on having a family atmosphere. The dining room is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, offering great food specials and friendly service.
Enjoy.
Why not wind down with friends and enjoy a drink in our superb beer garden, one of the best beer gardens on the south coast. There's traditional pub-style accommodation available and a drive-through sip and save outlet. The Royal Family Hotel, 32 North Terrace, Port Elliot. Mount Compass Quarry and Landscape Supplies have over 40 years experience in mining and blending soils and organics. We're specialists in turf soils, landscaping and organic blends. Customised washed sands for horse arenas, sports grounds and building sands. We also have a large range of decorative stones, gravels, mulches and pine barks. From car trailers to all truckloads. Wholesale Quarry Direct. Mount Compass Quarry and Landscape Supplies, 86 Sandmine Road, Mount Compass. Open Monday to Friday 7am to 4pm and Saturday 7am to 11am. Phone 8556 8421.
About going to my Ponga. 10 points to 9-9.
Thanks for that, Ian. Yeah, we've got the players here going to break up. They're starting to come to positions. So for our station sponsor, Shed Boss Fluoro, we only have 2 3/4 time scores here, and one's quite a shock to me to be around there. And that's Wollonga, a 9-goal 9 to Maiponga Selects 10 points. Have not scored a goal on their home ground. That's very surprising. I wonder if COVID's got to them. And of course here at half time, Encounter Bay 7-6, Strathalbyn 5-6. And it turns around, it's only 2 goals here. And Bays...
3/4 time.
That's 3/4 times here. And of course it's the Bays are going to kick to what has been the most scoring end. The umpire holds it aloft and we're underway here in the last quarter. Up they go, Tonkin goes up, can't get it down, Tyson Neal can't get it, comes out to Tonkin again, goes off, he goes forward, nearly a trap there by Encounter Bay. McInerney gets up, drives off, he drives wide, goes back out there, turns around, Jake Tarker can't get to it. Davis gets up, he gets and lays a tackle, gets the handball out, comes back around quickly to Strath and reckon one of the Red 'uns. He comes out and finds his player in the back flank there. And that one there goes out to Jacob Wright. Right with it, he goes round. He didn't do what the Bays did and kick back across the other danger side. He finds his player, but he's still inside the defensive 50. Clubroom side though, he's looking inside, the umpire says play on. So now they go, down the wing, up they go, turn around, where the Bays going, fill the holes with the wind. Turn around, they must reckon this wind's going to win it for them. Goes over there now to Jacob Wright again. Strathalbyn drives it again, up they go. Good grab there by Thomas Welk. Strathalbyn controlling this, the Bays will need to get something on up here, up it comes, out they go, up and down. Riley Clamp can't get to it, handball comes out through Strath, goes out wide,
There's a chance.
Kick goes off. It looked like it come off the body the way he kicked that, but it goes around and they take it in the forward pocket.
Is that number 6,
Strathalbyn.
Austin Lafar?
Don't know, can't tell on him, Kevy, so...
6s and the 8s all look
Yeah.
the same from this far away now.
Yeah, it's got dull, so we pick him up even when he comes around. Camera picks it up beautiful for us, but we don't really know who it is, so turns around, rolls in. What's he do to it? Puts it all up, hangs it up. Umpire's looking too far, and guess what? He's put it out in the full, so we don't have to worry about it.
Don't worry who it is.
So he turns around, that gets out onto it. The Bays now where they need to go the other side. Don't need to put it here. Swings across, Bulldog. Drives this ball up to the centre. Out they go. Tonkin drops it off his chest. Turns around, goes up. Counter Bay gets it. Handballs off. Comes round to Lippert. Lippert drives the ball up. Up it goes to centre half forward. Over the back. Allen needs to make a thing of this. Turns around, he does. Gets onto it. The Bays turn around, gets over it. He turns around, gets onto it. His own player keeps down onto him. He'll go for it. Turns around, the ball comes out and the umpire will come in and ball up. So the bays have moved it up towards their forward position. Still in the centre square though, but advantage to them slightly. Up it goes. Tonkin goes out, over the top comes to Fraser Tonkin, turns around, the bays wrap up the Strath player and she goes down. The umpire will repeat it once again. So turn round, up it goes. Up it goes, Jensen sets the umpire, sets it up, goes up, Tonkin gets it out, comes over the back, Strath throw it out the back, comes out to Crispin, Crispin goes out, finds Pettit, Pettit goes out wide, too far, over the top goes there, and Redden deals it up for Strathalbyn. He goes out, he finds his player out wide, he turns around, goes back to Redden. Redden puts it up for Strath, up the front it goes. Crispin, front on, goes out the wide. Overrun it there was Encounter Bay. Intercept there by Williams. Williams handballs it out, goes out there, goes Krog out there into there. Can't pick it up there as Gamble. Turns around Encounter Bay, gets it all up. He spots it and whops it round. Goes out there. Handballs come up from Strathalbyn, comes up the back. Now Encounter Bay are not defensively going up onto it. Over they go in there, comes off there. Beautifully picked up by Fraser Tonkin. Handball goes over to Tyson Neal. Tyson Neal goes up, no one up there. Comes around, that's what they done too high. Crude tackle by Tarker. Yeah. And he turns around, Strathalbyn will get up with a relief in the full back position.
You didn't need to grab him round.
No, it was just lazy, that one.
Just lazy tackle, wasn't it?
Strathalbyn now, come out here, they're bringing it out the centre, over they go, turn around, Tyson Neal goes back, takes in the centre, and that's over too far by the Strath player. Tyson Neal points it out, and the umpire says, I'm not interested.
You're going to make him play on.
Yep, now he turns around, Tyson Neal puts it up, and look at the wind push that down. Turns around, goes up, can't get out to it, Encounter Bay, turns around, gets up to it, comes underneath it. That's what I don't like.
Has the wind changed again, Trev?
Yeah, well, like I said, that came down pretty quick, didn't it? Yeah. So umpire Jensen out, centre half forward for the Bays. Turns around, goes out, comes out the back, picked up beautifully by Pettit. Pettit goes back, turns around to Tyson Neal. Tyson Neal goes out, spoil comes well on Nichols. Turn around, socket off the ground, comes out, Crispin overran it once again, goes over the top. Turns around, Strathalbyn gets a series of handballs. They go out, comes back again. Turns around, now comes out. They're running it out with the handballs, and the Bays are getting caught out here. Comes off, turns around. Williams can't get to it. Turns it off, falls into the arms of Butler. This is falling out. Turns around, a couple of bounces. He goes over the top, into the pocket here. Turns around, picks it all up, drives off to there. Turns around, that's what Strathalbyn wanted. Turns around, goal, and I reckon that.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 170A Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
Get the power.
So the difference at the moment, 7-6 to 6-6, 1 goal the difference. This is probably 1 goal between making the 5 and 1 goal not at the moment.
Yes, more hurtful for the Bays.
The umpire comes in and throws the ball up. Up it goes again. Down it goes. Here's a chance for Strathalbyn, but Tyson Neal makes sure he's not getting away with it. And the player then that had the ball was Jake Wright. So ball goes up again. Up it goes. Pushed down. Here's a quick one. Oh, that was a good hand pass in by Strathalbyn. Got it out of the way. And that way they go again. And that is Mark Elliott, I reckon, that might have had that one. And they knock it down across there. Oh, there's a try to pick it up. And Strathalbyn have got a lot more zip in them at the moment. If they can get away with this,
almost in the back.
Might get a free kick there. No, he's laying on the middle of his back with stirrups on him. And he'd be ride him like a jockey. And the umpire comes in, throws him again. It's knocked down. Ball's on the ground. Lippert at it briefly. It's on the ground and no one's going to get it now because they're making sure it doesn't come out. Ball will be thrown up again. There's not much to play with here. Only 1 goal at the moment between the two sides. The ball's on the ground, picked up by Lippert and... No, didn't go, I thought it might have gone through the through the points then. Boundary umpire's got hold of it. In it goes. Over the back of the pack it goes.
Oh, that was a free kick. Silly, silly, silly.
What could you do here, eh? There's plenty of Strathalbyn players around there, and you grab one of them that didn't have the ball, didn't even look like having the ball. And the player there with the ball is Butler. Butler's got a kick on goal. And now Butler's going to come in and have his kick. And this could put the scores tied up. Butler's come in and Butler
He's got it, I reckon.
Has got it, I reckon, the way the goal umpire's walking over there. And that is
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field.
So they've just got to go out and do it, make sure that they use it. I reckon the centre and up she goes. Tonkin gets it, comes out over there to Tyson Neal, goes to Strathalbyn quickly though. Smother can't come out to it, goes off. They've got the loose players. He threw that off to Butler. Butler gets it out there again, goes over the top, goes off. They've got the run of the ball here though. Turns around, handball comes back in. Handball back goes out again. Vermeulen gets it for the Bays. He turns around, handballs the player coming through in Tonkin. He turns around, goes out to there, and guess what? Straight on the chest of Strathalbyn in Tom Redden. True wing position. Strath have got control of this ball and the Bays are panicking. Off he goes, gets told to play, drives this ball up the forward flank. Up they go. Ball comes off over the back, turns round, Vermeulen picks all up for the Bays, handballs it off, over to Tonkin. Tonkin gets the ball off, puts it all up the forward flank, over the top it goes. Bays must get it, dives on the ball, takes the legs out, should be a free kick but it's not, goes up, Bays go out, goes forward, up and down it goes, turn around, the Bays wrap him up, ball come out, turn around, don't know how, he turns around, goes up and the Strathalbyn player, make sure it goes over the line, and she's a ball up in the forward flank for
lucky to get that one back, weren't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, the umpire now will throw the ball in, or will he?
Yep.
Yep, in he goes. Throws the ball in over that far side. Lifford's got hold of it. Kicks it into the forward line down there. And the ball will go at the bounds, I would think.
No, it's still in, I reckon.
Is it? Right alongside the point post.
The boundary umpire's got it, but it didn't look like he was over.
Yeah, well, we're a fair way
Yeah, we're away, but yeah.
Anyway, boundary umpire tosses it in now. Right in Encounter Bay scoring area. In it goes, over the top of the players it goes. There's plenty of red jumpers around down there, not too many blue ones though, and the ball comes in again and the mark has been taken there by Tonkin. He kicks it in, he's got it in short and it goes into Baldock.
Yeah, Strath player ran straight past him then and
now
let it go.
Baldock can kick it in and then
this is a worry.
He plays on quickly and then that's the big
Tyson
ruckman
Neal,
then, wasn't it?
Tyson Neal. Nah, that was Fraser Tonkin that got it then and played on, but it wasn't a really good kick and good position by Tyson Edwards. And to say they need this one is an understatement. Tyson Neal, who turns around, he's he twitched himself a bit in that leg when he come down on it too. He grabbed quickly, so.
Well, he's not that far out.
No, it's what the wind is going to affect is the thing.
Yep. Not easy to kick the ball through today, but they're not doing a bad job.
And guess what?
Oh no, he has.
It's a handy point.
He's missed it. It's a handy point. The 1 point in front, 7-7-7-6. In our FP Ag scoreboard in Counter Bay's way, and we've still got plenty of time yet. It's 12 minutes gone in this last quarter. Not much scoring been going on.
No, but that's the give-me's, aren't they? They are terrible ones there. The only fact is that it holds it up this end, but boy, oh boy, you don't need that with a tight game. Yeah, just wait for it because the ball comes back in by Strathalbyn. They're coming up this danger side, coming up for the ruckman, goes over, out the back, nobody out the back for Encounter Bay. Turns around, Strathalbyn rings up, he gets over, gets wrapped over, puts it back in, turns around, he gets up, puts it out and the umpire comes back in and turns around and put it on. So up they get. Umpire Popplewell with the ball. Turns around, looks out. forward, flank 4 Encounter Bay, scoreboard, score end, up it goes over the top, can't get up to it. Tonkin gets the ball, kicks it forward for the Bays, turns around, goes up there, over the top, goes off, put down there by Tarker, turns around, Strath player gets turned up, he goes down, he gets go again, the umpire says plays on, Crispin saying what the heck's going on, tackling him twice, the ruckman's driven into the ground, and the umpire's explaining now that no, it was ball was free. That's Jensen, so.
Matthew Allen got thrown out there.
Yep. Up they go. Allen gets it out there, puts it all out. Crispin tries to come through. Turns around, goes on at Strath. They just want to hold this up. The Bay wants to attack it all up. Bays need to set a line up. So it's another ball up over to you, Kevy.
Yes, the umpire will toss the ball up well within the Encounter Bay scoring area out here. Plenty of Strathalbyn players around. They're going to stop this going anywhere at the moment. Umpire gets it back again so I can throw it up again. And I think most of the players now are down the little square down the other end of the oval down there at the moment. Liffert's got hold of it. There's a long kick's gone in and it's gone over the back of the pack and it's gone through for a minor score only. It's another point to Encounter Bay. They go to 7-9 now and Strath stay on 7-6.
Out it goes quickly by Strath, gone out that back flank, flicks all over. Baldock goes up, comes over to Strath, they get it off there and they're mushing it forward in right. Right goes forward, picked up by Encounter Bay and Williams. Williams drives it back in, up it goes, onto the chest of Redden, he drops it, comes back down, bounces out again, body comes through for the Bays, turns around, wraps it up, Williams goes in, he falls down to the bottom, he cops one high, and he turns around, sorry it wasn't there, it was Gamble I reckon, Corey Gamble. And he turns around and gets away onto it. So umpire pushes it up at centre half forward. Up they go. Ruckman go up, can't come down. Breaks it out, Strathalbyn. Drives it all out towards the wing. Out it goes, over the back. Tonkin goes up, picks it all up by Fife. Fife goes out and finds the young player there in for Encounter Bay. Can't find it out there. Was into there. Goes up. Strathalbyn though, defensive mark again at the back. Goes out, comes in Fenner, goes up and he finds Butler. Butler looks for a handball and can't find it. Turns around, finds up, goes over now, left foot, drives out to the wing, goes out over the back. Tonkin goes up. If he lets this one go, it goes over there. Can't. He picks it all up, finds it in there, goes around, times around, kicks it all up. Oh, unrealistic jump. Turn around, has to be Encounter Bay free kick. And they'll turn around and bring it back. So over to you, Kevy, and I'll take the scores from Ian.
And Crispin takes the free kick. Comes in now, puts the ball on the boot, tries to kick it into the half-forward line. Two Encounter Bay players almost got in each other's way then. The ball's gone down on the ground. Coming through there, it was Lippert. Lippert got hold of it. Kicked it back, he must have. I thought
it was off his right boot and just scooted off to the left.
But anyway, the mark has been taken by Strathalbyn in that forward line, and Tonkin comes in and relieves the mark again, right in front of the club rooms. Does a short kick in there and it goes across the ground. That's a free kick because he
handballed that, so it'll be a free kick to Crispin.
Will he get it again? Yes, yep. The umpire says you can have another one. So Crispin will get another one. What's he doing now?
He's waiting to see where the umpire's putting him on. He's come back far enough.
He's not getting too far with it anyway. There's Crispin now, got hold of it again. He kicks it right into the forward line, off hands it goes. And I think that might have been Lippert that had it briefly then. And it's gone over that far side now. Again, it's still there. And it's in that little area down there near the point post, down the Adelaide end. And the boundary umpire will come in. No, the central umpire is going to throw it up this time. In it goes. Push down and the kick out. There's that many players around, it was hard to get through any of them out there, and the ball now is going nowhere. Tarker's trying to get it out, and they keep it in? It's right in the goal square in the moment.
Taking it over. Oh,
I think it might be a
free kick
point down there, is
it? Free point there, you marked. Just saw the goal umpire do it.
A point, so 7-9 to 7-6 Encounter Bay, 3 points up. In the FPA scoreboard.
Strath are looking this side, endangered, so they go the club room side again. Drives this ball out, goes out there, up there. No, Baldock reads that well for Encounter Bay. Drives off, drives it back in quick. Out it goes out there, and Tyson Neal takes it. Now he needs to kick a goal. This needs to be a steadier for the Bays. We've got ourselves at, what, 17 minutes gone?
Yeah, it won't be too long in this quarter because there hasn't been much scoring, has there?
No. So, as I said, but he needs to kick this with a 1 goal, with a 3-point lead, make it 1-3, so it's still not out the danger zone, but that comes into there, drives this ball, drives it, that's a floater, but guess what?
I reckon it's gone through. Tyson Neal.
Umpire looks at each other, goal it is. But like I said, the Bays can't rest now. They need to drive it up and keep it at least up in that end of theirs because time is in their favour. But 1-3 is still not a huge lead.
1-3 is not a huge lead, is it?
Nope. Like I said, we're getting about 18 minutes gone.
It's 19 gone.
19, yep. So
it's 3 plus time on.
Back it comes in. Tonkin tries to get it out. Pettit gets the ball up. Now he gets the kick forward. Bays goes forward. Out they come. Hanging on to there. Sweetman couldn't get to it. Turns around, picked up by Strathalbyn. Strathalbyn come out now. Out they come. Turns around, pushes a player under. Now they've got the run. Comes around, drives it off, goes forward. Out they go. Strathalbyn take this mark and they get onto it. And this one here is 18 in Aaron Noski. Noski kicked one, we reckon, in the first.
Yep.
So he's going to line up. It'll be interesting to see what the wind does here. He's going to be kicking from only just inside, so he's kicking 49 to 50. He'll only just get inside the 50 when he kicks it. This is a critical one, this one. Can
Probably
they
the
get
most
this
critical
score back?
kick of the day, this one.
Can he get the score back, or would it be a minor one? Drives it all up. Looks pretty good. Looks to be over there. Looks good enough for me. The umpire goes bingo.
It's the same location with Mary and her Victor Harbour team, but the name has changed. Beachside Bedding, next to Hebra Pharmacy, is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, Sleep Haven and Adriatic Slumber. Beachside Bedding also features a beautiful range of locally made Florio furniture. Same location, new name, now even more competitive than ever on price. Beachside Bedding with free delivery and old mattress removal. Open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Hebra.
Leads.
So it's nearly 20 minutes gone in this quarter, so there's not much more plus time on as the ball will be thrown up in the centre. Up it goes in the centre. Here goes the ruckman. Knocked down there. Oh, a player there goes through. They're going through hard the moment. Strathalbyn are. And
lucky then Tarka held on too long.
yeah, and Lippets gets the ball back to the umpire again, and he'll throw it up in exactly the same place. In go the ruckman once again. Can they get it out? Crispin then tried to get it out. I think he was there, and he can't get it out at the moment. And they're getting him out for it. They're picking. No, that was a Tonkin, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Number
Fraser
14
Tonkin.
out there, Fraser Tonkin. Tonkin's out there everywhere.
3 of them.
Up goes the ball once more. Down it goes. Crispin. Lippets
Lippet
got hold of it. Got hold of the ball. Oh, he kicked it, and he kicked it into the man that was in front
Here
of him.
they go. This is opening them up again. Strathalbyn making the run out here again. Over they go.
A little bit of a nudge out there, and the ball's on the ground now. It's come out loose, picked up
Williams.
out there, and that was Williams that got it again. Down to the half forward line, almost a mark taken down there by Tarka. Couldn't complete it though, and they come out with it now, and oh well, it's got straight out there to the player there in Callum Tonkin.
Oh, there's Tyson Neal again. Read it over the back. That goes off. Davis over to Mitchell Davis. Ben Davis. Ben Davis has got it, and he's in front. Kicked himself a bundle last week. He turns around. He's got himself 2 so far. This one could be the reply. He's taken his time.
Well,
He's going to kick going to kick from probably 30.
About 24 minutes gone, Trip.
Yeah,
so
that's why he's taking
much longer, about a minute and a half longer.
That's why he's taking his time, but he needs to kick this one. Kick this one just to make it that one. In he goes, drives this ball. It's hanging, it's hanging. The umpire looks all right. He comes back, wait for the signal. Goal. So the Bays get that run replaced.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field.
Win it out the centre, push it forward and take
2
it up
goals
their
will win
lines.
it for Strath.
Yeah, that might be hard with the time left.
Well, it will, but you never know what's likely to happen here. They've got that run out of the centre, and if Strathalbyn can get that going again, it won't be long before they have another
Up they
goal.
go again.
Pettit.
Pettit gets it, goes out. Now they go out. Crispin takes it off of Tarka. They go forward. Counter Bay go up, comes off ground, comes down to Strathalbyn. They handball back. He fumbles it, makes a mess of it. Tyson Neal gets it. Back out comes to McInerney. Goes up and down. There it is. Nick Marshall takes it in front of his eyes. He turns around. He's out in front. He's only going to be kicking from 20. He turns around, and this could be enough just to wrap it up. It helps snuff out, make the job really hard for Strathalbyn
Well,
now.
Nick hasn't had too many kicks today.
No, he turned around, he missed I thought, which could have been an easy one for him up here. He kicked a man on, touched it on the mark, didn't he? He comes in, drives this ball up, goes up. He got taught by a professional there, Kevy. The umpire stands and says,
It's the same location with Mary and her Victor Harbour team, but the name has changed. Beachside Bedding, next to Hebra Pharmacy, is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, Sleep Haven and Adriatic Slumber. Beachside Bedding also features a beautiful range of locally made Fleurieu furniture. Same location, new name, now even more competitive than ever on price. Beachside Bedding with free delivery and old mattress removal. Open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Hebra.
they messed it up. You know, both times they've kicked and played fast, and they got touched on the man on the mark, and they scored a point or nothing.
It's about 25 minutes into this last quarter. The other quarters have only gone for just a little bit more than this, except that second quarter. Umpire throws the ball up high again in the centre.
Beautiful by Tarka.
And Tarka there.
Oh, what an up and ender. And it's marked by Davis.
So can Davis do it again?
He only got to put it deep.
That's what he's got to do.
He's had a shot at it. Tyson Neal here gets pushed down and it falls free. And it'll be over the boundary line for a throw in.
So the umpire will throw it in, not far around from the point post.
Yeah, the Bays just need to man up in this back and don't get too deep in there.
All
In it
they've
goes.
got now, they knock it down on the ground, and Strat's
That's a
got the
throw.
ball coming out of the back line down there, and it's gone over to the back line here, gone over to Tompkins. Tompkins got hold of it, will kick it back in.
Clever move. Goes to brother though.
And it goes to the brother.
He
And the
does it.
brother kicks
Crispin.
it over. He's not a brother though, and it's gone over to Crispin.
Waste your time. Use it up, mate.
Well, Crispin's got hold of it. He can kick it in.
Bulldog.
And he's got
Bulldog will
Bulldog.
use it. No, he's playing on
And
quickly.
Bulldog doesn't waste any time playing on. And
Gould.
gone over to Gould. And Gould's just running around trying to eat up a bit of time here. Gets a hand pass across to his teammate out there in
Williams.
And Williams kicks it across to
Davis.
play there in Ben Davis.
Yeah, well, the Bays have controlled it now. He plays on quickly now. Drives this one up. Just up in front of goals. Up it goes. Down it comes. Tyson Neal gets one across the face. Got away with it. Out it comes out the back here. Picked up by a handball. Tyson Neal goes around. He handballs off. Gets one in the back. Strathalbyn picked the ball up. Handball, steps back, almost goes. Turns around, puts it over and out they come. Out the back flank. Turns around, gets over with it. Drives off to the clubroom side. A little bit late on the tackle. And that one will go FAD, I would almost think, to Strathalbyn. I reckon it is because they're going quickly, but this won't be enough for him. He comes back. We're right into time. We've got 40 gone, so we've got 26 already gone. Turn round, goes up. Ball comes out. Over it goes over there. Butler goes over. and it's touched, it'll be
That's it, I reckon, isn't it?
ball in,
Right.
just nut, ball in right on the true wing position in front of the club rooms. So the Bays will hang on to here. There can't be much left now. Up she goes. They go up. Tonkin takes it out the ruck. Handball's back. Comes back to Vermeulen. Vermeulen puts the ball up. Goes up the forward flank. Goes over. Smashes out by Allen. Off hands. Comes around. Turns around and Strathalbyn take it over the line. Touched. It'll be a ball up on the... a ball in from the boundary umpire on the forward flank position. Oh, this one's just gone around. Cannot be much left in here now. Up she goes. Allen up for the ruck. Gets it. Pushes all out. Turns round. Lippert can't get out. There goes the siren. The siren has sounded. Encounter Bay have taken this one, which is what they wanted. They have finished up with 10 goals 9 to Strathalbyn 8 goals 6. Valiant goal, go by them. Everything on the line for it. That's going to make them hard because it puts them 2 games behind the Bays now. So final scores here on the FPAG scoreboard is Encounter Bay 10-9, leading Strathalbyn 8 goals 6, and that's a 2 goal 3 win by Encounter Bay, and that's the one they needed.
Have you got the other scores there?
The only other ones we had there, we only had a 3/4 one, which was my Ponga, Selix and Willunga, so we'll have... Okay, if you go on, Ian, and we'll write them down quickly. What are these, finals or 3/4? Okay, thanks for that, Ian, back there. So yeah, we've only got 3/4 time scores, and Terry's relaying them from the Adelaide Oval, Kevy, so anything could happen. 3/4 scores, Mount Compass were 8-7, Victor Harbour 7-9, so that's a bit of a turn up there. That's an interesting one. Victor could be dragged back now the same games as Encounter Bay. Well, actually, they'll drop one behind them. So McLaren 12-7 look to have Langhorns Creek on the go there at 6-5. Yank at 10-12, Gould Port at 7-9, so Yank could get their second one. Of course, Willunga got my Ponga Selix on toast here at the moment, 9-9 to 10 points. So we'll go through some goal kickers while we've got here, so hopefully we can get some final scores around as Tyson Neal gets chaired off for his 200 games. For Encounter Bay, we have multiple goal scorers. Ben Davis has 3. We have 2 to Jake Tarker, 2 to Nicholas Marshall. Then we have singles to Marcus Lippert, Tyson Neal, Cohen Pettit. And for the Gallant Roosters, we have 4 to Riley Clamp, 2 to Aram Noski, 1 to Lachlan Butler, and 1 to Ryan Clark. So
Clamp makes a big difference to Strathalbyn, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, but they still lost, so one doesn't make much difference, does it?
No, one doesn't matter, but it gets them a little bit closer, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Trouble is, though, their problem they got now is that they fall 2 games behind. Victor Harbour were 2 games up, so they could come back with a loss if they looks like Mount Compass might beat them. Let's go on to it. So, it's they're going around. So Langhorns Creek, they could finish up out of it too because they're also percentage, so that will make a difference to them. So, thanks, mate. Thank you for that. So McLaren have defeated Langhorns Creek. The final score there is 14-12 to Langhorns Creek 7-6. And of course that then really makes it hard for Langhorns Creek because they're 2 games. They're 2 games behind now, plus percentage. And when you look at the draws that they've got coming up, the Creeks have got Yank, Willunga, Gould Port Elliot, so they've got 2 wins there, but they'll probably struggle with the Willunga side. They'll have to win the 3 of them to have a bit of a hope. the percentage becomes in play too. So Yank, Goolwa, Port Elliot, doesn't matter. Willunga, Ponga, Selix, well, that will only make a difference to them as it goes on for a second or third just to swap around. The one that on stake here is Victor Harbour 8 goals 3 to 8-7 to Mount Compass. So Mount Compass could upset Victor and throw them back in that spot for going back for 5th spot on it, Kevy. So
well,
they've actually got the hardest run.
They play McLaren next week.
Yeah, and then they've got Ponga Selix, and then they've got Willunga. So they've got 3 top sides there. So that's going to make it very scary for them. So so we don't
the
know.
games next week, Trev. Just read them out briefly. At the moment, there's August the 6th. Langhorne Creek play Yankalilla. Goolwa, Port Elliot play Ponga Selix. The way Ponga Selix are going, Goolwa, Port Elliot.
Oh, no.
No, you never know. And Willunga play Encounter Bay. Victor Harbour play McLaren. And Mount Compass play Strathalbyn. So Strathalbyn could get a win, could be back in the winners' circle again next week. And if Willunga beat Encounter Bay, well, that'll put them back in the mix too.
Yeah, well, which one do you reckon we do? I reckon it'll be the Victor Harbour McLaren, wouldn't it?
Yes, we'll go to Victor Harbour and McLaren because
we've got 3
Victor
of the
have got to
Bays.
win that one.
Yeah, we've had 2 straight for the Bays. Try to get away, and Victor Harbour looks like, said, depending on this result, could be, that could be a real danger one for him. But it's the top side, so it's probably worthwhile watching that one. And there's only 3 games left, so like I said, it's 10 to 5, so local time here. But so hopefully we can get a couple others.
It's because we started so early. I think it's why we finished so early. The games have been shorter.
Yeah, so we'll have to thank Shed Boss Flurio for those roundups, but at this stage we've only got 2 final scores, and yep.
Ooh.
Yep, so they've Victor went down, which is not good for them. So they've gone down from 4 points, Kevin?
Yep, yeah, they've gone down, but I mean they can still. If
well,
they
it puts
win
them
next week. They can get up. Then the way Victor are going, they're having good days and bad days.
Yeah, well, they're 2 games ahead at the moment, so they've dropped that one. So they will still stay 2 ahead of Strathern, still 2 ahead of Langhorne Creek, but Encounter Bay will draw level with them now. So it's going to make it tough for the bottom sides now to come up. So it goes on to it. So.
Didn't score in the last quarter.
Willunga couldn't score anything in the last quarter, and Ponga kicked 3 goals 7. So, that would have had the hearts racing a bit up to there. So, well, the Yank Goolwa one doesn't matter. We've only got that one outstanding. Looked like Yank had it in place. So, the winners, thanks to station sponsor Shed Boss Flurio, today were Mount Compass over Victor Harbour, McLaren over Langhorne Creek, Willunga over Ponga Selix, Encounter Bay over Strathalbyn, and we presume Yankalilla will hang on over there over Goolwa, Port Elliot. So we'll think of the wrap up will be at Victor Harbour Oval next week. So this is 90.1 Happy FM is Great Southern Footy on air and YouTube.
This has been a presentation from Victor Harbour's 90.1 Happy FM.